Rams Football on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can watch or listen from any device. Rams Football on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Football is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilk. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Banchera Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Football. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good evening from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium tonight. It's pink out night for the Mount Vernon Rams, week number 2 of the South 7 Conference schedule. Tonight, the Marion Wildcats come to town. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow takes care of the video at WMIXSports.com. Quentin Lloyd keeping us on the air tonight on WMIX Mount Vernon. So glad you could join us here from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Of course, plenty coming your way on our pregame. We'll talk with Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. We'll talk about this week in the South 7 Conference, and we'll foreshadow what is to come here tonight. And this night, it's a big game, of course, not only on the field but off the field as well. Pink Out Night put together by the FBLA, that's the Future Business Leaders of America, hosts selling balloons for people to release in honor of cancer survivors and unfortunately cancer victims as well. But all proceeds from tonight's action, of course, will go to the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure Foundation. And of course, Rams tonight will be wearing special jerseys. They are black with pink numerics, and many will be wearing high pink socks. So glad you can join us tonight, Danny. It's a big game, of course. Any game right now in the conference schedule is going to be a big game, especially a team like the Mount Vernon Rams coming in at 3-1, getting a big come-from-behind win a week ago at Althoff.
Well, the change now this week is you go from being the hunter to the hunted. You went from being an underdog last week to shocking the world, or at least the South 7 per se. You go to Althoff and you get a win over the Crusaders. Now you come to home. You've had a whole 7 days of pats on the back, telling everybody's telling you how good you are. How do you handle that? How do you handle that as a younger team coming out tonight against a Marion team that's dominated you since 2008? How do you handle being the hunter instead of the hunted? That's the key in this one. You know, as the swap is, you're now the hunted, not the hunter, and you're the favorite. And Mount Vernon hasn't been a favorite in a lot of games in a long time.
No, they haven't. I'm kind of curious to see how Jared Shaner's crew reacts. Playing some great fourth-quarter football a week ago. It was 3 DeMontez Miller-Gray touchdowns, totaling over 100 yards in the fourth quarter. That helped pave the way for a Rams win. But most importantly, one of the keys to the second half last week, as you said, the Rams had to get 3 defensive stops in the second half, got 3 big ones in the fourth quarter.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of momentum, 3 defensive stops they needed in that fourth quarter, second half last week to pull off that upset victory at Althoff. Of course, Crusaders now 1-3. And again, it's one of those things where you go over and do those little things that last week, have to keep going now. You know you can do it. You know you can handle it. What can you get done now here at home against a Marion team that's handled you since 2008?
We're going to talk to Jared Shaner about what the Rams have to do tonight. We'll also talk about last week's win over the Crusaders to open up South 7 Conference play. Still to come, talk about the South 7 Conference this week in week number 5. All coming up. Don't forget the Saturday Sports Show interview with Jared Shaner is next. We'll re-air that here tonight. The Saturday Sports, of course, every week on Saturday morning from 8:08 until 10 o'clock right here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We'll take a quick break, come back. This is the Landers Collision Center's pregame show from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
I cannot believe it. I can't remember a time when Ford F-150s had such huge discounts. Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We must clear out the 2013 Ford F-150 to make room for the new model year. This means massive discounts on America's favorite truck. Save up to $12,000 off MSRP on a new 2013 Ford F-150. With over 30 in stock, we are sure to have the right truck for you. From tuxedo black, metallic to Adobe, from silver to race red to blue flame, from XLTs to FX4s to Lariats and beyond. We have all the colors and models ready to get you to work. Come see one of our sales associates to get the best savings on the heavyweight truck champion at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, or shop us online at FordSquare.com and find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
And welcome back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Don't forget, Landers, big or small, they can fix or detail them all, too. Ask about free premium detailing for the life of your car next time you have select collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. Talking with Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner about tonight's pink-out game with the Marion Wildcats, of course, recapping last week's big win on the road at Althoff at Lindenwood University Stadium, Belleville. We hope you enjoy this week's interview with Coach Shaner, of course. It was live on Saturday on the Saturday Sports Show. You can catch that each and every week from 8:08 until 10 o'clock on AM 940 and online at WMIXsports.com. Here's Shaner. We have Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
You know what? Fantastic. I did not get very much sleep whatsoever because I can honestly say that I was the most jacked I'd ever been in a long time. It was a great game last night. It was fun to be. It was a great atmosphere, and a 41-32 win. Come from behind fashion like that. Althoff, of course, jumps out with 13 unanswered points at the time to open up the second half after the Rams went into the locker room with a 21-19 lead. But I think after that performance, I know things weren't perfect, and I know things didn't necessarily go the way you wanted them to the entire game. But I think all in all, this team showed tremendous poise last night.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's one thing I take from it for sure. Is that I was just proud of our kids for coming back. With 7 minutes to go, being down, 10 points, you question if you can come back or if your kids have kind of packed it in. If you're going to get another score or another stop, and our kids did a good job. I was very, very proud of them, especially late in the game.
In-game plans sometimes get thrown out the window in the first quarter. Looked to me like when the game got going, you found a way to exploit Althoff by throwing the football. Was that a lot more than what you planned on coming over last night?
Yeah, absolutely. And I knew just from watching last year's film that they would load up the box and bring linebackers and try to stop it that way. And last year they had a lot of success with that. But they also had 2 Division I kids on defense last year, so I was kind of hoping we'd still be able to run it initially. And we had a little bit of success, but it was pretty limited. I just felt like we had some matchups with Doug and Jacoby out on at split ends for us. They were kind of rotating from corners in, and I felt like the matchup was pretty good against a couple of their guys. So we just threw the ball, and Doug and Jacoby did a nice job of catching it, and, we kind of moved it early on that way.
When you look at it from 4 weeks of football last night, we see a guy that's growing up as the season goes on. Is Dylan Reeves at the quarterback position. I mean, he ran the team last night, again, about as well as a quarterback could in a situation on the road in the conference game.
He did a pretty good job. I was frustrated with him at times. We do some stuff on the line of scrimmage, and I felt like he didn't make a couple good calls, but watching the film, he did really what he needed to do. He ran the ball, ran quite a few option plays last night, and he was a primary ball carrier. I know he was a little bit banged up, just a hit he took early on in the knee was bothering him, and he threw the ball well. I think in the first half he maybe had 1 incompletion, and ended I think 12-16. So Dylan he's come light years from last year, and even from this summer, just throwing the ball and being in charge, and he's doing a great job for us.
A high-scoring first half, 12-7-1, Althoff led. Mount Vernon, your team led 21-19 to second. Halftime adjustments are so crucial. When you guys came out in that third quarter, Althoff got a touchdown to take the lead into the fourth. and then they get two more or another one right out of the gate. At that point, was there a sense of panic on the sideline from your team? Could you sense your team maybe looking, standing there going, hey, I know we can do this, but maybe there's some doubt starting to creep in at that point?
Yeah, I don't know if it was panic. It was more, I think, more just kind of deflation. We fumbled a snap early on in the third quarter there. We had a penalty. Just a couple things. They had the momentum. Things weren't going well. They ran the ball a few times on us, and so yeah, I think there was that little deflation. That little, definitely wasn't a lot of energy. As coaches and some of our leadership just kind of stepped up and tried to get guys to be positive, and we got to finish this game and get one stop at a time on defense, one drive at a time on offense, and ultimately that's what our kids did late in the game, and again, just really proud of them for their effort there.
Down 32-21 with 7 to go. Obviously, the option is score as quick as possible and then try to get the ball back on some stops. Then the hyphen got loose and goes 63 yards for a touchdown. That changed things, didn't it?
Yes, I like that. We might have to start using that nickname. That's pretty good. I joked, of course, after the game, we get a lot of phone calls and texts and things like that. The bus ride is basically me responding to all those people. And one of my old coaching buddies asked what happened, how we came back. I said, well, the coach got smart. I gave it to our best running back. So, Montez can do that for you. He's a pretty special kid. He does a great job. And, yeah, like you said, we were running out of time at that point, being down 10, needing 2 scores. But he, we did a little bit better job blocking for him, and then he made a nice cut back across the field and just simply outran a couple kids.
And taking a look at the Rams defensively, got the 3 big stops they needed, of course, in the second half, and taking a look at, not to single out kids, because the defense as a unit has been very effective this year, but very impressed with how hard Robert Grider, Jacob Williamson, and Tyler Knudsen not only play, but how hard they hit as well, as they had some very big hits last night.
Well, those are 3 seniors, and the common denominator between those 3 is they're all 3 captains. There's a reason for that. Their teammates voted them in that. And since their sophomore year when I got here, those are kids that have absolutely committed themselves and dedicated themselves in the weight room. And if you just simply, come out here this Saturday morning and see them in a pair of T-shirts and shorts, they're not physically imposing kids. I think out of those 3, 175 pounds might be the heaviest out of those 3, and 2 of them play on the defensive line. So, but they've really just embraced that leadership role, and they've worked hard, and they want to have a successful senior year, and I'm glad that it's showing up on the field for them, and they're getting results. They're 3 great kids, and they're playing really well right now for us on defense.
That they are, and of course, looking ahead now to next week, it's a pink out night, of course, against the Marion Wildcats. Marion comes in 2-2 on the season. One of those things we're here in 2013. I'm not real sure what we're going to get out of the Wildcats, surprisingly.
Yeah, I just I've had a chance to watch a little film already, and Marion, I think the thing I have just a lot of respect for Gary Martin as a football coach, and he's been very nice to me since I've got down here in Southern Illinois, and I just know his teams are always going to be well coached. They're always going to be disciplined. They lost a lot of starters from last year's team, but again, they're going to do things the right way. They've been in some barn burners early on and had to come back a couple times and fell a little short last night at Cahokia. But I just think it'll be another great game in terms of the conference. Just looking at wins and losses and who beat who last night. I think every week's just going to be a nail biter between all 3 conference games, and at the end of the year put everybody's name in a hat, and I think it's kind of a toss up.
As the head coach, going from the hunter to the hunted now, you can forget the Cinderella, you can forget sneaking up on people. 4 weeks, that's over. What's the mindset for the coaching staff and you heading into this week, where now instead of Marion coming in as a favorite, your team is going to be a favorite this week?
Yeah, I think it kind of changes from like you said, the hunter to the hunted, or from almost last year in terms of last year's team, just a desperation to go out and play well and get a win. To this year, just proving to people that we do deserve to be in conversation of a good team and maybe one of the better teams in our conference, hopefully, and just come out and prepare every week and make sure we don't have a letdown. And our kids are hungry for that. As soon as the game got done last night, they were talking about Marion and the game this Friday and how excited they were for it, ready to get back into practice this week and ready to go.
Looking in the next week, when you start preparing and start getting things ready to go, a lot of activities going on, obviously off the field. Back to the question too, of, you know, being that favorite, focusing a guys on this game where your team's probably floating a little bit today. You bring out the film and show them things. It's a little easier to show things on film, I should say, when you win, as far as the coaching staff is concerned.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about that after the Mosquito game. Saturday morning, the kids will come in here in a few minutes, and we watch film with a defensive emphasis today, and then Monday we'll watch the offensive side and have an offensive emphasis. And we point out mistakes, and I told the kids that there's no question that learning from a win feels a little bit better than learning from a loss. So we'll watch the film and point out plenty of things that we need to improve upon, but ultimately we found a way to win, and I think we did not play our best football last night, and I think as disappointing as that is to me, it's encouraging on the other hand that we didn't play our best game and we're able to come up with a win.
Our final question, as you know, is our WMIX Sports Social Media Question of the Week, and due to a little stop through and having a little non-alcoholic drink last night, we came up with this one. You can tell what we did. What is your favorite flavor of milkshake?
Favorite flavor of milkshake, I'd have to go with just mint chocolate chip.
Nice. That's what I had.
Yeah. Hugo, you and I have a lot of taste bud similarities.
Yeah, and none of them are healthy. Did you notice that?
Well, that's true. That is very true. But yeah, mint chocolate chip, bacon shake, mint chocolate chip is unbelievable.
I'm looking at the hairstyles. I'm staying away from those food habits. This is my choice. Mine's not.
It's not it. Well, I don't know about that. It's partially my choice. If I let it grow a little bit, there would definitely be some bald spots.
Oh, man, that does happen, though. But, yeah, Marion Wildcats on Friday night. It's going to be a special pink out night, of course, put on by the FBLA. Hoses involved with that. Good luck to the Mountford and Rams, and we look forward to hopefully 4-1 and 2-0.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
And, of course, that was Saturday's interview with Mountford and Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. Don't forget you can find that interview each and every week as long as the Rams football season is going. And, of course, you can always find our WMIX Sports Social Media Question of the Week on Facebook or hit us up on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Let's see. Plenty more coming up here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll talk more about this matchup between the Mountford and Rams and the Marion Wildcats. The South 7 Conference Showdown is the 4-1, 1-0 Rams and the 2-2 and 0-1 Wildcats coming up here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Tyler Barker with a look at your next bad weather. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 55. Saturday, mostly sunny and windy, a high near 84. Saturday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m., increasing clouds, a low around 63. Sunday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m., then a slight chance of showers, partly sunny, a high near 76. Sunday night, mostly clear, a low around 53. Next bad weather from WMIX Mount Vernon, Illinois.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 33 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank-rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, call 244-4522.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
And we welcome you back, J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. Of course, ask about premium detailing for the life of your car at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. That's 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. Of course, South 7 Conference play tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. The band right now, as you're watching on WMIXSports.com, of course, has taken the field, so we'll get back to that action just a moment on there. Of course, glad to have you with us tonight on WMIX. Tonight, the Rams and Marion Wildcats, and this is a big one.
Well, everyone's a big one now. You're 3-1. You got a little momentum, possibility of making the playoffs. You know you only need 2 more wins the rest of the way to get in. The playoff points will work out for Mount Vernon to be in. It's a matter of getting these home games. You only have 3 left, 2 tonight, 1 next week, and 1 at the end of the year. So you'd like to get a couple here while you're at home the next couple of weeks.
I think you would. And, of course, you take a look at the South 7 tonight. Of course, Marion here at Mount Vernon. The Wildcats are 2-2. The Rams are 3-1. Marion, of course, 0-1 in the conference, while the Rams are 1-0. Centralia travels to Lindenwood University Stadium to put that undefeated mark on the line as they are a perfect 4-0. Obviously 1-0 in the South 7 Conference. They beat Carbondale last week. Altsoff, of course, 1-3. They are 0-1 due to the loss at the hands of the Mount Vernon Rams a week ago. Cahokia, meanwhile, travels down to Carbondale. The Terriers, I think, somewhat surprised with their 3-1 mark and 0-1 after the loss at Centralia a week ago.
No.
Meanwhile, the Comanches are 1-3 and 1-0.
Carbondale's got to show some people something tonight. I mean, if Cahokia goes down there and stinks them up a little bit, maybe even Carbondale stubs their toe, then you got to wonder about the Terriers coming into week 3. If both these teams win tonight, you could be looking at the South 7 championship game minus week 8, Mount Vernon at Centralia as of right now.
Of course, a long way to go until then, but a very possible scenario. But again, anything is possible this year in the South 7 Conference. This is your Landers Collision Center pregame show. Still much to talk about here as far as the impacts of this game, and also stay tuned for the keys to the game coming up a little bit later on, as well as our Central Christian Church starting lineups. We're about to honor America here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We're going to go ahead and slip out for a quick break. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXSports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Winners Broadcasting. WMIXSports.com. And Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you hear the warm, inviting sound of a crackling fire, what comes to mind? A rustic campground? A cozy cabin? How about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center? Our new family lounges feature a lot of comforts you might not expect. Things like this. No, that's not a babbling brook or serene stream out in the countryside. It's a 2-story waterfall located right here at Good Samaritan. And that's not the only way we're raising the bar for patient comfort. We've added lush healing gardens, as well as wall after wall of beautiful artwork, all designed to create the perfect healing atmosphere. And if all this sounds like music to your ears, we encourage you to check us out. Chances are, we're not too far from where you are right now.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow, of course, brings you the video on WMIXSports.com. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio tonight as the Mount Vernon Rams prepare to battle the Marion Wildcats tonight. Of course, the Rams have not beaten the Wildcats since 2008. Of course, also, the last time the Rams made the postseason, but with a record of 3-1, obviously a postseason is very much in reach for these Mount Vernon Rams.
Well, you can't have too much too early, though. You can't start counting your chickens for the eggs or even for them, because It's a tough schedule here with Carbondale and Marion tonight, Carbondale next week. Then you go on the road to the C's, Akoki and Centralia, and you come back with Mount Carmel, who's rolling over everybody right now in their football schedule in Indiana. So it's a very tough schedule, which I said, playoff points will handle themselves. The key is, can Mount Vernon handle themselves here tonight?
Well, and of course, as far as handling things, there may be a precarious position slip up for both of these teams. You mentioned Week 9, the Rams, of course, having Mount Carmel. Marion, of course, has Normandy out of the St. Louis area in Missouri. This is the last year of Marion's contract in Week 9. I know technically the Rams would have Mount Carmel for another year. Possibly some murmurs around that both of those teams might be looking to get out of that Week 9 deal for 2014. And having seen the precedent set already of teams playing each other twice, are we on the precipice of possibly Marion and Mount Vernon playing twice?
Yeah, you're on the precipice of something if the IHSA, and I draw this again, if they don't start fixing football and quit messing with other sports. Marion next year, they had Week 1 and Week 2 this year with Granite City Mattoon. They will not be on the schedule next year. Marion will have to make 2 trips back-to-back next year in 14 on the road to Champaign Central and Champaign Centennial. Now, the key there is those Champaign schools will come down and play Marion in underclass on the Saturday after the varsity game. They do not have a Week 9 game next year as of right now and are looking as close as Rock Island or Chicago to find another team. The next year after that, in Week 15, they don't have a Week 3 game. Harrisburg-Marion will stop playing next year as Harrisburg is wanting out. So the Marion is in a very similar situation, and talking with some people from Marion before the game, they were excited. They couldn't believe that Mount Vernon got a good draw with Taylorville and Charleston on it. It was a good get. And then, of course, Week 9, Marion. Marion's going to be open. Mount Vernon will either be open next year or for sure in 15. It's a tough situation. Again, talks between different conferences, different schools are still ongoing. Some schools are not wanting to do things. It's a tough situation in Illinois in high school football if you're too big or too good right now.
Tell you what, it's a good situation for the Mount Vernon Rams here in 2013. 3-1 on the year. Have weeks 1 and 2, and of course 3 will be a long-standing rivalry, I believe, for years to come. So a solidified schedule for the most part in 2014 for the Mount Vernon Rams. They're meeting the Mount Vernon Rams on the field. We'll introduce them in just a moment. Also come back with your keys to the game tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. South 7 Conference Showdown. We're live at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, but we need to take a quick break. This is the Landers Collision Center's pregame show from WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get 3 estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And, as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers Free lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888 Landers. That's 1-888 Landers.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd, Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776. Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Back at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium to wrap up your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats in South 7 Conference action tonight. The Rams are 1-0. The Wildcats are 0-1. Of course, the Rams 2 games over 500 overall, 3-1. The Wildcats sitting right at 500, with a 2-2 mark. And, of course, not going to be an easy contest for either team. What are some keys to tonight's game?
Well, first thing is you got to limit Marion's plays offensively. Kerry Martin's teams have always been known to break off big plays. 2 years ago in the rain delay game that ended on a Saturday, you remember that Marion was able to break off some big plays in that ball game. Last year got a couple big plays for the 1-point win. Number 2, Mount Vernon has to be physical. Punish Marion up front, an offensive line and a defensive line that's not very experienced, not very old. You also have to run the football, be physical when you run it. And third, as I mentioned already in the pregame early on, you got to handle the role of being the hunted instead of the hunter, because now you're the favorite, and you will see how Mount Vernon handles being it that way this game.
Of course, we'll introduce your Central Christian Church starting lineups in a moment. Of course, log on to thenewscentral.com to watch worship services, find ministry multimedia, and amazing messages for adults and youth alike. It's all at thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Mitchell Wilkie on to kick off for the Wildcats. Rams will start with the football first. They'll be going left to right here in the first quarter, wearing those special black tops with pink numbers here on Pink Out Night. The kick's going to go end over end toward the right. It'll be picked up just beyond the 20. Cannot see the number from here. That's one thing I was somewhat concerned about. Those are beautiful tops the Rams are wearing here tonight. Looks like Jacoby Marshall.
Stepped out of bounds, and it'll be at the Mount Vernon 22 on their first drive. Lights fully not taking effect here, still in the twilight hours as the sun is starting to set earlier and earlier, as this is the last full weekend of September. Next weekend, October.
October football, week 6, and the Rams are back here at home against the Carbondale Terriers. We'll see if that's a 4-1 mark or should they happen to fall to 3-2. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Ram 23-yard line. Ball is spotted on the far hash. We'll get to know those Ram starters again in just a moment as promised. They'll split off to the right. Double wingback set, of course, on the right side. This is going to be a handoff to Montez Miller-Gray. Slipped a tackle against the 30-yard line between the hashes down to 35. It'll be a gain of 12 unofficially for DeMontez Miller-Gray, one of your starters tonight. Of course, Dylan Reeves is the quarterback with Jacoby Marshall and Doug Gardner as wide receivers. Braden Fitzgerald's going to start tonight at running back, so will DeMontez Miller-Gray. Graham Hempkin is your fullback tonight. Your line for the offense is Alec Hopkins at left guard, Josh Borland at right guard. Your center is Tyler Bradley. London Marler getting the start at left tackle. Your right tackle, Eli Phillips. So that is the personnel on the field right now. They'll split off to the right. Of course, it's going to be a handoff again. Marion almost sniffs it out. Miller-Gray can't get away, and the hyphen will be dropped for a loss. Not very much, maybe a loss of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, this Marion team has given up on average 3 touchdowns a game, points in 4 games, 25, 43, 24, and 22. It's a porous Marion defense right now. That time did a good job of stuffing the run up the middle. 10 guys in the box that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. 11-10 to play in the first quarter. No score yet from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Plenty of pink in the stands. Also scattered about is some orange here on Pink Out Night. The benefits go, of course, to Susan G. Coleman. It's going to be a pitch to the outside. Going to come to the near side. Miller-Gray, a nice play there to get to about the 40-yard line. A gain of 6. We'll bring up 3rd and 5 as they dial up number 28 a couple of times. The hyphen will get them some yards.
Little stretch play that time. Gray diagonally toward the sideline. Gets 6 tough yards outside the tackles that time. Sets up a down and yardage that Mount Vernon can work with here, about 3rd and 6.
Ball in the near hash at the 40-yard line. 10:37 to play in the opening quarter. No score yet. Glad to have you on WMIX Mount Vernon. A free service from Withers Broadcasting. 3 minutes past the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. They'll split off left and right here with the quarterback Reeves in their center. And there's going to be a penalty flag.
5 on Marion jumping. Mount Vernon was in a 2-point stance. Then they called out a signal and went to a 3-point stance. As long as the whole team does it, it works out as a penalty on Marion. You have to have everybody in unison for that penalty to work against the defense. That, of course, was a rule change here just a few short years ago. Benton and Anna.
They're going to say somebody on the Rams flinched. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, then, everything I said, forget about it.
Wow.
When they started talking too long, I had concern, but unbelievable. Okay.
There we go.
Old rules.
Yeah. All right, then. 3rd and 10 now for the Rams. The ball will go all the way back to the 35, spotted around the near hash mark. 10-10 to play in the first quarter. No score yet from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. The quarterback Reeves will be under center. Split to the left side. It'll be Doug Gardner. This is going to be a handoff coming to the near side. It'll be Fitz. Not going to get much shy of the 40. Came to the inside sideline, and that's going to be a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 4th and 6, and that is not what the Rams wanted.
Nope, and that Marion defense did a good job stuffing it. The penalty helps.
Of course, for Marion, Jordan Bradford and Hunter Lincoln at the corners. Your safeties are Jordan Evans and Matt McAuliffe. Linebackers, Hunter Odom, Tommy Wilson, Justin Nicholson, Connor Hewitt. On the line, of course, Sam Brown, Dontiel Taylor, and Eli Barber for the Wildcats defensively. Reeves is back to punt, back to return for Marion. It'll be a near man stepping to about the 10. The punt is going to be up, end over end. Crosses midfield toward the near hash. It's going to take a Ram bounce beyond the 30 down to the 25. It'll take a Marion bounce to the 24-yard line where the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 with 9:16 to play in the first quarter. No score yet from J.D. Shields.
Field position doesn't change very much. Both teams with similar field position. One score already in the book. The 6:30 start in Indiana. Mount Carmel, Week 9 opponent for Mount Vernon, leads Washington, Indiana already 28-0.
The Hatchets.
Aces are breaking the Hatchets off.
Oh, my. The scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Tell you more about him throughout the night. Rams Athletics on the radio, meanwhile, is presented by Greedy First Bank of the Heartland. We need to tell you about the Rams defensively. We'll do that here in just a moment. It'll be a different quarterback tonight. Isaac Baker will work out of the shotgun. The handoff's going to go to Mitchell Bartle up the right side, trying to break for a run. Can't find his seam. He'll be stopped for a gain of about 1 or 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and roughly 8 with 9 minutes to play.
Well, that's a rough 1.5 yards, 2 yards he got there. He got hit high, driven backwards on the ground.
So Isaac Baker, of course, getting to start tonight. Brant Hill, the quarterback to start the season. And they've gone with the sophomore tonight, working out of the shotgun. Split to the right, split to the left, one in each slot. Was it a pistol? I didn't see. And he's a lefty quarterback. Almost threw it right into the hands of the safety, Doug Gardner.
Gardner was in that mode of it's a free safety where you're ready to come up and lay a hit, so you're starting to scrunch, and the ball goes right by you because you're scrunching. And then you go, oh, man, if I hadn't been ready to lay that guy out, but it goes as an incomplete pass.
So it'll be 3rd and about 7.5 for the Wildcats. After the incomplete pass, will stop the clock at 8:48. Quarterback is, of course, Isaac Baker for the Wildcats. He's looking to the left. They like to dump off to the running back. This one may not go for very far, but a good break there by number 26, Mitchell Bartle, trying to come near side. And Doug Gardner, the free safety, comes up, lays the boom, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Marion. So the Rams could have gotten just a big defensive stop here with 8:30 to play in the first. No score.
Not much there that time on the little pass out in the screen, out in the flat. And Bartle that time got hit first by Fitzgerald, didn't wrap up. But, boy, a big hit after the Rams started. Fitzgerald starts to hit. The rest of the Rams finish, and Marion will have to punt. Mount Vernon should end up in Marion territory depending on this punt.
Let's see what they do here, but it looks like that's Brant Hill out to punt, back to return. Between the hashes of the 40, it's going to be Doug Gardner. Here comes the punt. Somewhat of a wobbly spiral as that one will take a Marion bounce back in bounds. Cross the 35 and be down to about the 34-yard line, where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. Your starters tonight on defense for the Rams, your corners are Jacoby Marshall and Braden Fitzgerald. Safeties tonight are Doug Gardner, Xavier Tyus. Your linebackers are Drew Hester on the outside, Andrew Heiner on the outside, Jacob Williamson in the middle, while your defensive line is Tyler Knudsen on the end, Brighton Bowers a tackle, Trevor Schubert a tackle, and Sam McCurry is the defensive end. 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Greedy First Bank, of course, presents Mount Vernon Rams football. We'll see what they do here on their second series. 1st and 10 on their own 34. No score yet from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. This one could go either way tonight. The quarterback, Reeves, will be under center. In motion, DeMontez Miller-Gray gets the outside handoff. Going to go inside. Between the hashes, stumbles to just shy of the 40. It's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Rams. Still no score.
Playoff points racking up. Rochester up 7-0 early on their opponent, which is, I know that's a shock, which is Springfield Landfair. So already 2 opponents, Week 1 and Week 9, racking up a couple of points for Mount Vernon right now early on.
Of course, Tony Wilt brings you the scoreboard updates. As we told you, find him in his office. Give him a call. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. 7:28 to play in the first. Man in motion. That's going to be Braden Fitzgerald. They sniffed that out. That's going to be a good tackle there by Hunter Odom, the outside linebacker. It's going to be a tackle for loss, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You had him coming on a sweep from left to right, and you could see the end was supposed to block his guy up, and Fitzgerald could come around the corner. The blocker pushed forward and then left him, and that's one of those technique blocks where you don't get it done right, and the defender comes one-on-one, and that makes the tackle in the backfield for a loss.
If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, as this is going to be a nice run. Looked like Graham Hinkin got the number 43 dialed. Jams it. Nope. No, yes, it was. Just a nice block thrown by the hyphen Miller-Gray, and that's going to be 1st down yardage with a gain of 9.
And the thing about it is, you mentioned Miller-Gray. He's the guy who got a lot of ink last week with his 3 touchdowns. There throws a key block. And in this offense that Jared Shaner has running, your running backs do have to run the football, but they do have to block as well, or you're not going to play very much.
This is a great line that the Rams have. Marshall's going to be split off to the right, Gardner to the left. The quarterback Reeves under center. Same personnel of Fitz, Hinkin, and Miller-Gray in the backfield. This is going to be an inside handoff. They sniff out DeMontez, and that's going to be a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. Near the 45-yard line in Ram territory. 6:24 to go in the first quarter. No score.
Well, another thing, too, Chris, when you play a team like Marion that's been to the playoffs 8 years in a row, they got a heart of a champion almost. They haven't won state titles or anything. A lot of people said they might. But the thing is, Marion's a team that have made the playoffs. They know what to do in situations that are tight and pressure-packed. You got to figure out a way to play better than them in games like this.
Could be psychological at this point. We'll find out. 6 minutes to go in the first. No score. The quarterback Reeves will be under center. Double wing back set, and of course, one split to each side. Looking for the quick connect pass. It'll be complete at midfield to Gardner. Trying to come back between the seams. Makes a nice break for it, getting to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard gain. The question is, will the spot of the football carry them into first down territory?
Looked like a first down to me.
They don't give them past the 45-yard line.
Okay.
So it'll be 3rd and short. Wow.
9.5. What's that PA guy doing?
Getting the crowd into it, I know that. 5:25 to play in the first quarter. Still no score. It's 3rd and short for the Rams. So they dial up number 9 here as the quarterback Reeves is under center. He's going to sneak through. He gets it, ladies and gentlemen, as long as he hangs on to the football. A gain of about 3. We'll take it to about the... Nope, they're going to give it a gain of 2 to the 43-yard line. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, having trouble predicting the spot of the football tonight. No score yet from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Here in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. You heard Royce say today in his live broadcast, great incentives on Ford F-150s. It's hard to believe. You got to check them out at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
It's that time of year.
Yes,
car dealerships.
Roll out those 2013s and bring in the 2014s.
Yes.
Roll them off, I guess I could say. Well, you don't. You'll drive off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shut up. Split off to the left with the man in motion Fitz, and are we going to have a legal motion?
Yeah, too many guys in motion right there. Boy, our correspondents are all over it. Mount Vernon loses 5 yards in a delay of game. Our correspondents are at 2 entirely different games tonight. To our east, Mr. Shadowlands is seeing a shutout early on, late first. To the southeast, Mr. Rushing is seeing a blowout early.
I'm going to write those down so I actually know where they are tomorrow.
Yeah.
Half the battle with me. 4:49 to play in the first quarter. We're talking about the Saturday Sports Show. Join us tomorrow after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Same thing. It's just going to be a roll around. No handoff. The quarterback keeps it himself and doesn't get anything on it. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Now, and here's another thing you're going to run into. A lot in the last couple of weeks, Mount Vernon's been able to do quite a bit offensively without much resistance. Now you're getting a little friction. You're getting a little resistance from the Marion defense. Coach Seam on the other side, you and I know him, does a very good job with defensive units of Marion over the years. This team right now, Marion, has got a good idea on what Mount Vernon's doing right now.
Ball in the near hash, 2nd and 14 from the Marion 47-yard line. Split to the left and to the right. Same personnel for the Rams. Quarterback Reeves is under center. He's looking to the right side for a quick pass. It's through the fingers of Jacoby Marshall at the 40-yard line. Would have been a gain of 7, maybe more, but it falls incomplete. Stops the clock at 4:12. Still a scoreless ball game here in the first quarter.
And I think, too, you see both teams offensively right now. Mount Vernon on their second possession. Little heebie-jeebie time, little nerves going on for both teams that we haven't seen. Now, both teams know in Week 5, a very important game as that ball went right through the hands of the Mount Vernon receiver.
And you know a Marion team doesn't want to go 0-2 in the conference, let alone fall below 500, 2-3. And you have a Ram team that looks a little butterflyish in terms of the stomach, knowing they haven't toppled Marion since 2008. We'll see what happens. 4:12 to go in the first quarter. No score. It's going to be a pitch to the right side to Drew Hester. Pass midfield, of course. Bulldozes his way. Brought down hard. There's going to be a flag. Probably going to be against Marion as he gets to about the 41-yard line. It'd have been a gain of 6, but if this is going to hold true and what we think it is, it should be a Ram first down.
That's going to be a 7-yard run. We'll wait this time on the penalty. Dead ball foul, personal foul on face mask on Marion. So we'll see what it is. It's the 15-yard variety and then first down Rams.
And that's going to be costly to the Wildcats here at the 4:06 mark of the first. Still no score. Watch online, courtesy of Bryn Lake College, where they save thousands with your college education. See how and apply online right now at rlc.edu. 4:06 to go in the first quarter. As we told you, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball in the near hash at the Marion 25-yard line as they will go. With Reeves under center, it's going to be a quick pitch to Hester again on the right side. Gets to that 25, bulldozes ahead, chunks some yardage off of it. We'll see where they mark him down. It's going to be outside the 20 or maybe right at. Can't see. Kind of View partially obstructed. It'll be second down with 4 minutes to go.
11th play of this drive, and drive is going on 4 minutes, which started at their own 34. However, there's a flag down as the official's talking to the captain of the Marion defense, Hunter Odom. What do we have? Hold on, Mount Vernon. From the line of scrimmage, will go back 10, so count that out as no yards. Rams with 3 penalties for 20 yards.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score. The class of 1993 is here, celebrating 20 years tonight. No score from Mount Vernon. The Wildcats here on the road, battling your Mount Vernon Rams. It's all brought to you by Community First Bank. We'll tell you more about them. Under center is Reeves, looking back to pass, looking for the fade route to the right side. Jacoby Marshall gets some distance, does not catch it in bounds. Does come down with the grab, does not catch it in bounds. It'll be second and 20 now for the Rams from the Marion 36.
It's not a bad play. You got to stretch the defense a little bit now as it'll go to second down. Take a shot there on that first down. You got 3 downs to get the first. Had the play. Problem was the way the route was running too close to the sideline. The defensive back acts like a steering wheel and drives that receiver towards that sideline, and by the time the pass is thrown, you don't have anywhere to come down and bounce with it.
Exactly. And, of course, they're going to split off Marshall back to the right, Gardner to the left. Double wing back set, your original starters with Miller Gray and, of course, Fitz. And this one is going to be a little counter play, I thought, as Miller Gray's going to break to the outside to the far side. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. High steps at the 5 into the end zone. If it holds true, it's a 36-yard touchdown for the Hyphen with 3:48 to play.
That's pretty nice. Little run-off tackle for 36 yards.
Wow. Is that a counter or a reverse? Or either.
36 yards, however you want to cut it up.
No matter how you slice it or dice it, puts the Rams on top 6-0 with 3:48 to play in the first quarter. I think he'll take that. So going to go for 2, split left and right. Double wing back set with the fullback, Graham Hinkin. It's going to be Dylan Reeves under center. This one's going to be a nice little play sniffed out by the Wildcats, intended to go to Miller Gray. The run will be no good. And it'll be 6-0. 3:48 to go in the first. Glad to have you on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As we're actually 16 minutes in as far as the clock is concerned, but 3:48 left to go in the first quarter.
11 plays, 66 yards, 4 minutes and 12 seconds on that drive for Mount Vernon.
That was one good play for DeMontez Miller Gray. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. Oh, my. What a play by the Hyphen yet again.
Yep, just got outside, and that was the end of it. Took off, goodbye, and you're not going to catch him a lot of times from behind. And right now, Mount Vernon racking up more points. 3 of their 4 non-conference teams are winning their games.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We'll keep you updated on Facebook as well. Reeves will be on to kickoff. Looks like that could be Hunter Lincoln back to return. That or Brant Hill. I see the 4 now. That is Brant Hill. So they're going to use him in different capacities here tonight. 3:48 to go in the first. Rams on top 6-0. Reeves on to kick off. Marion will have the football to start the second half. Not that that matters at this point. It's going to be picked up by Braden Ziegler at about the 35. He'll get to the 45, and that's where the Marion Wildcats will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line on the near hash.
Well, Mount Vernon's jumped out quickly on that big play again. Marion did it last year to Mount Vernon. Remember on that night, had the storms in the area. It was pink out night at Marion, a beautiful evening. Last time Mount Vernon played on the grass down there, and this year Mount Vernon starts out with a big play of their own. Can the defense respond and answer?
That's what they're going to have to do tonight. You said it yourself in our keys to the game in the pregame show. They're really going to have to limit Marion offensive plays. Limit the quantity. See some quality defense here. The quarterback, Isaac Baker, out of the shotgun. He's going to hand off to his man, Mitchell Bartle. Looks to break to the outside as he got to the far hash, crossing midfield down to the opposite 45-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 9. It'll bring up 2nd and short here for the Wildcats with 3:29 to go here in the first. Still 6-0 Rams.
Don't want to do anything where you give up big plays. Don't let them back in and march down the field. They got in a shootout with Mattoon this year. You don't want to do that with this Marion team.
It'll be Jordan Bradford split to the left side. On the right, Hunter Lincoln. The quarterback is Isaac Baker, going to dial it up himself. And run for first down yardage. It's going to be a gain of about 4. It'll be on the far hash. It'll be about the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Marion. 3:06 to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Rams on top, as we told you, as the Rams struck first.
First down of the game for Marion. I didn't think it'd be that easy for Pinckneyville and DuQuoin. Tied at 0 at the end of 1.
Interesting. County battle there in Perry. As this is going to be a handoff coming to Mitchell Bartle. Coming to the near side, it's going to be a flag on the play at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 1. A trio of Rams in on the tackle. Let's see which way the penalty is going to go. I don't like the way they're looking.
I don't either. We'll see who they talk to first. Ended up being a 4-yard run, 3-yard run now. And they're talking to Mount Vernon, so obviously on Marion. We've seen a lot of laundry here early on. Last week we didn't see any till the second half.
Big game in Week 5. Of course, at halftime, the regular season is halfway over. We told you that on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. I'd like to point out facets of information, tidbits.
Twitterverse is bopping tonight with everything.
Love to have some more followers. We can count quite a few of the Rams football team. We'd love to have you as well. Just catch us on Twitter at twitter.com/WMIX Sports. The quarterback out of the shotgun, empty backfield now. Looking to the left side, the lefty is going to complete the pass about midfield, but what a tackle coming out of nowhere. The corner, Braden Fitzgerald's, won the Gridiron Club's Big Hit of the Week award last week and leveled the bloom there.
He probably got it one this week. When you decleat somebody and send the ear hole over the mouth, you've made a hit, and that's basically what happened there. And he just decleated the young man from Marion who was trying to make a catch, and that will give you some momentum defensively here.
And that'll bring up 2nd and 17. Of course, after the penalty, it was a bit of a gain, but not much there up the right side. Of course, the quarterback, Baker, still working out of the shotgun, looking to the near side now. Now looks back to the right. Going to be a pass incomplete. It looked like he might have thought about trying to lead his running back, Mitchell Bartle, but it falls incomplete at midfield. Stops the clock at 2:16 with the Rams on top, 6-0. And it gives the Wildcats a 3rd and 17 from their own 49-yard line with the ball spotted between the hashes. Great defense thus far by the Rams.
One thing about Marion, they're going to throw the football, Chris, and if you can stop them, keep the yards after the catch limited, you're going to have an opportunity in this one.
It is pink out night from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Quite a few in attendance taking in the 3-1 Mount Vernon Rams. Quarterback, Baker wanting the snap. Here it comes out of the shotgun. Looking to the right side, going to have to run for his life. Slips a tackle. Now trying to run up the middle. Shakes to the outside. Will have first. No. He'll get to the original line of scrimmage. And he is brought down past the 40 with the ball loose. Let's see who comes up with it. Looks like a Ram has it. And if so, this is going back the other way, as I thought I saw a Ram run the other way.
That's what it is. Mount Vernon football and the fumble. You can see the quarterback, he gets out there. Baker gets with it, but carries it like a loaf of bread in traffic. Gets it tapped out. Mount Vernon forces a turnover, and they have the football now in their territory. But a good start here with 2:01 to go in the first quarter.
The ball will be on or about the 38-yard line in Ram territory. Spotted on the far hash. And the turnover gives the Rams the football up 6-0. Let's see what they can do on drive number 3. Drive number 1, not so kind. Number 2 was great. See if 3 is even better. Will the third time be another charge? Split to the left and the right. Man in motion is going to be Braden Fitzgerald. It's going to be a handoff to Graham Hinkin as he gets between the tackles. Slips up into the gap and gets a few yards on the play past the 40. Ooh, maybe a gain of about 4 on the play to bring up 2nd and 6. So 1:42 to play in the first quarter. Still a 6-0 Ram lead. Hope you like the scoreboard that's live on WMIXsports.com's video. I'm going to work on getting you the time at some point. That's going to be quite the undertaking, maybe in 2020. 1:28 to go here in the first. A 6-0 ball game. It's going to be an inside handoff. Looks like it is Graham Hinkin again, who has been very effective just chunking off yardage. Of course, had over 100 yards against Triad. Of course, just in the second half alone, just in the fourth quarter, the Hyphen had over 100 yards against Althoff.
I'm very impressed with Marion defense. I mean, they've struggled for 4 weeks, and they have done a good job tonight of coming out and being physical against this Ram offense.
So it'll be a 3rd and 3 scenario here. We drop below the minute mark of the first quarter. Rams still hanging on to a 6-0 lead. A big 3rd and 3 in my opinion. At least here in the first quarter. The quarterback reads under center. They tighten up a little bit. Ooh, a nice slippage there. Slipped between the tackles. Did Graham Hinkin from where I sit. He got the first down, but of course a non-straight line run by the official could harm the spot of the football here.
It's harmed enough to be a first down. Dr. Chapman will signal first down.
Nice.
He is.
Oh, I know.
Okay. I'm not making it up. I don't use the term doctor lightly. Well, I do, but not
in the educational system.
Right.
In an honorable way.
Yes.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. The clock drops to low, 35 seconds. 1st and 10, ball on their own 49-yard line on the near hash. Marshall on the right, split to the left. It'll be Doug Gardner. Same backs in the backfield. Fitz in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Graham Hinkin. Why not go with what works? Chunk him up the middle, and he gets a gain of about 4 on the plays. He gets past midfield on the near hash. Gets to about the 46-yard line with 15 seconds to play.
Pretty good quarter for Mount Vernon. Some stops, some points, and a lead after 12 minutes.
Don't have to run a play, but we see if they will. 19 on the play clock, 4 on the game clock here in the first quarter. 6-0 would appear how the quarter's going to end. Can't blame the Mount Vernon Rams there. After the end of the one quarter from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, the Mount Vernon Rams 6, the Marion Wildcats 0. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Welch. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
WMIX and WMIXSports.com as we get you started for second quarter action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. Jeep celebration event going on now at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 2014's arriving daily, especially the redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Ball on the Marion 47, spotted on the far hash. They now go right to left here in the second quarter. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback, the bruiser, Drew Hester. Not quite going to get first down yardage, but it'll be enough to make it 3rd and short as he gets about 5 on the play. And the sophomore, Drew Hester, number 22, comes up big again.
Well, might as well call him out, throw him into the fire, see what happens on this Friday night in September.
I like some of the week-to-week adjustments that Coach Shaner is doing for Rams football. Has a lot of wiggle room with his running back core, and of course doesn't necessarily have to run everybody from week to week.
Nope.
Of course, had the disadvantage of the game being left on archive with video by the other unit last week, and it looks like we're going to have a flag here. Will it be offsides or will it be a false start on the Rams?
Well, we shall see. Score starting to roll in.
So we'll be an offside to the Wildcats. That'll give the Rams first down yardage. 11:23 to go in the first half. Still 6-0. Don't forget, your Second Chance Auto halftime show will have the Rams report, recapping everything that's happened in Rams athletics this week. We'll also have your MVTHS minutes. And, of course, we talk about the academics and arts at Mount Vernon High School. I understand that that's kind of become a whirlwind this past week as far as everybody's starting to find out about it and giving us material to work with.
Everybody wants to brag.
We thank Avery Barton for that and his hard work, of course, as that is his responsibility, as we're going to have a flag possibly roughing the quarterback.
You're going to have an incomplete pass, and then you're going to have a 15-yard personal foul penalty on Marion because of roughing the quarterback, knocking the guy down after the play.
It'll be a first down. Supposed to be.
Oh, man, we've got At the Rock listening to us. Thanks for listening.
Appreciate at whatever he is now.
Rock
Still Rock
BMG1.
yeah. In stereo for you. 11:10 to play here in the first half. No score yet for the Wildcats. Rams have done a great job defensively. How the Rams lead 6-0. First and 10 now for the Rams for the Marion 24. Ball spotted on the far hash. They're going to have a man in motion here on a little bit of a sweep, and that is going to be a huge tackle, I believe, coming around is Williamson. We're going to have a flag, possibly.
Yeah, it's not good, folks. Marion shooting themselves in the foot right now, that is for sure, with what's going on.
So it was a sweep by Williamson, and now Williamson and Hester are going to come off.
Face mask Marion. That'll be the second penalty for them back-to-back.
My, oh my. Community First Bank of the Heartland, of course, is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX AM and FM. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you do have a choice in Jefferson County. That means you can always bank on your hometown team at Community First Bank, home of the One account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC. Still be first and 10 for the Rams inside the red zone. Ball in the near hash of the 14-yard line. Split to the left, it'll be Doug Gardner. On the right, it's Jacoby Marshall. Miller Gray, Fitzgerald's, and Graham Hinkin are your backs with Fitz in motion. It's going to be an inside handoff. Nope, it's going to be Miller Gray, and the hyphen bounces in for a touchdown. Got to the 10 on the near hash. Bounced off the lineman, off the blocker. Came to the outside and gets in for a score. It's 12-0.
14-yard run, and Mount Vernon is off and running away from Marion.
The Montez Miller Gray, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's a junior. He's 5'10". He weighs $170, and he can run.
7 carries and creeping up to 100 yards already.
So it's 12-0. Rams on top. They're going to go for 2. Splitting out, Doug Gardner to the left side. Well, to the left side on the yardage insignia. And Reeves going to roll around, take it himself, able to get a couple of blocks. He's being chased down. He'll get in near corner. It's good for 2, and the Rams take a 14-0 lead. 10:53 left in the first half, and the Rams up a pair of touchdowns on the visiting Marion Wildcats here in South 7 play. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, believe it, folks.
If you're watching online at WMIXsports.com, we appreciate it. Of course, streaming presented by Rend Lake College, where they offer you over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu. And don't forget to apply online while you're there. We're going to have more and more scores rolling in. The Twitterverse is jam-packed, and it is busy. Follow us at WMIX Sports to stay up to date when we can't give you on-air updates. We'll keep you up to date there on social media. Some interesting matchups that I know we just got a score update from one. Nashville Sparta was one I was concerned with.
8 plays, 62 yards, 4 minutes that time for the Rams.
Allow Bartle to return one here if it gets to him at about the 70s between the hashes. Reeves will be on to kickoff. I have a feeling they're going to send some hands up to the front, though. So 10:53 to go. Here in the first half, 14-0, Rams on top. If you just joined us, a pair of hyphen touchdown runs. And this one's going to be back to Bartle. It's going to bounce. He'll pick it up at about the 11-yard line. Break to the left side, trying to come back to the middle. Can't. Runs into his own man, and he'll be brought down by a duo of Ram tacklers at about the 25, 26-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Wildcats with 10:46 to go in the half. I think so far the Ram defense has been the name of the game.
It has been the name of the game right now, and obviously bad plays, bad fundamental plays by Marion with the 2 personal foul penalties on that particular drive. 1 on the first touchdown drive, 2 on the second drive really have hurt Marion in this first half.
It has indeed. 10:46 to go in the first half, as we told you. 14-0 your score. It's first and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 26-yard line. The ball on the far hash. They'll have split left and right. One in the left slot. The the running back's going to be Mitchell Bartle. Quarterback out of the shotgun. This is going to be a run. It's not going to get very far, possibly even for a loss back to the 25. Trying to get the left side for the Wildcats, and the Rams defense does another great job.
Yep. Not much there. Not much there at all.
10:27 to go. First half action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now for Marion as the ball moves back in the right slot. They're going to have their tight end Chase Hewitt. Split to the right, of course, will be Hunter Lincoln. On the left will be Jordan Bradford. Jared Doris, one of the backs. Their feature back tonight, Mitchell Bartle, their leading rusher, has over 347 yards coming into the night. And that's going to be a deep pass off of the fingers of the tight end Hewitt. Between the hashes at about the 40. It'll fall incomplete, bring up 3rd and 11 with 10:07 to go. Rams 14, Marion nothing.
Marion can't get a pass going early. It will be a long game. because they rely on the pass so very much. That's a rhythm to their offense. That teams, if Marion gets going, teams struggle with Marion. If not, it's a good night for Mount Vernon.
Kerry Martin spread offense. We'll see how it does tonight. 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats. Marion has it on their own 25-yard line. Far hash spot. 10:07 to go in the first half. And Marion probably wisely going to take a timeout here, see if they can find some mojo there on the sidelines. Need some moxie. 14-0 your score. 10:07 to go in the first half. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Have had flu shots already. It's hard to believe, but the place to see for flu shots is the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Don't forget, for all your custom mobility needs and also your standard mobility needs, see TMS Mobility and Rehab. 14-0 here. I saw a score roll across the Twitterverse a moment ago that kind of surprised me, but not really. 14-7 Althoff leads Centralia.
Yep, Rochester leads Landfair at the last report that we have. It was 7-zip. Triad over Highland 8-0 early on, as that one there is kind of a shock. Mount Carmel over Washington, Indiana 28-0. Harrisburg over Massac early 14-0. It is Heron over Murphy 10-0. Heron has another 42-yard field goal. Carterville over AJ 22-0 in the first. Nashville and Sparta, Pinckneyville and DuQuoin are all scoreless. Carmide leads Fairfield on the road 8-6, and the Hyphen Bowl is tied at 7 right now between CZR and SVWW.
Very nice. We'll tell you about Tony Wilt in a second. We're back to the action here out of the shotgun. One in the backfield. Plenty of receiving options here for the quarterback. And it's the right-hander is going to toss it down the length of the field. And that is going to be completed pass to Brandon Osborne. Wow, to the 20-yard line. Beyond that, of course, into Mount Vernon territory. That'll be down at about the 15 is where he finally dives. We'll have an injured Ram, and it looks like it's Braden Fitzgerald's. As that will be quite the gain.
50-yard pass. What did I say in the pregame? You got to stay away from that stuff, and Braden Fitzgerald down on the ground in some sort of pain.
Well, they took the timeout to inject Brant Hill back into the lineup, and it paid off there. It'll be a big first down for the Wildcats, trying to get this spread offense going, and they will tend to the needs of Braden Fitzgerald there. 9:58 to play in the first half. Rams on top 14-0. Of course, Tony Wilt is glad to help your family with all their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town.
Can tell you some more scores. El Dorado leads Hamilton County 8-0, and Chester over Johnson City at the end of 21-0. And now Mount Carmel leads Washington, Indiana 48-0 at the half.
Unreal. Fitz is going to limp off on his own accord.
Yeah, Fitz happens. It's not going anywhere.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Ram 15 after the big passing completion from Brant Hill, who's into the ball game, to Brandon Osborne. So they're going to shake some things up offensively here. Will the Wildcats in their away whites, a lot like some previous Michigan uniforms. Split to the right, it'll be Lincoln. On the left side, it'll be Bradford.
Big play makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Makes all the difference in the world. Right-handed quarterback is going to be a handoff to Bartle. Trying to break to the outside on the near side. Has some running room. He's going to get in for a touchdown, and that's going to be a 15-yard touchdown run for number 26, Mitchell Bartle, the 5'8 senior running back, and it's now 14-6.
Wow. He turned that corner, and he was gone. And just like that, Marion's back in it. Marion goes 74 yards on 4 plays in about a minute 20.
Now what the Rams could have happen. And, of course, Mitchell Wilkie is on to attempt the point after. Trying to make it 14-7 with 9:37 to play in the first half.
Mr. Bartle.
Here it comes. The Rams get to the outside, and the kick looks to be good. Plenty of leg. And so it'll be 14-7. The Rams doubling up the Marion Wildcats here with 9:37 to go in the first half. When you're looking for screen-printed T-shirts, hoodies, hats, or bags, seek out Winning Edge online at winningedgeusa.com, serving Jefferson County and Southern Illinois.
Well, that puts a little air out of the balloon with that big play.
That it does. Looked like it was going to be a high pass to Brandon Osborne, but all 6'2" of them was able to reach up, grab it by the fingertips, and haul it in, and it ended up being 50 yards through the air.
Yeah, I said in the pregame, you got to stay away from those in Marion.
So Fitzgerald's already back in the game. He's going to be one of the returners for the Rams. He's on the far side. The near man's going to be DeMontez Miller-Gray, and Mr. Wilkie is on to kick off here for the Wildcats.
Well,
man, oh man. Rams, of course, in their black jerseys tonight with the pink numbers on this pink out night. Everything else remains the same. Kids are all wearing the same numbers. Here comes the kick. It's going to be a soft kick, but picked up by good hands there with Jacob Williamson. He's going to try to get to the outside, far side, as he ran left to right. It's going to be a big tackle, big gaping tackle there, shy of the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams on or about the 34-yard line with 9:30 to go in the first half. Still 14-7 as the Rams are going to try to add to the tally.
There, you notice, Mr. Hugo, there is a little edge now to the Marion Wildcats. Down 14-zip, you kind of look at the scoreboard on the other side with the M's on the helmet, and you go, you know, our season's not really looking very good right now unless we do something. And you can see that Marion has decided to change their attitude a little bit.
You can see a bit of a swagger. The quarterback, Reeves, will be under center. Fitzgerald's in motion. This is going to be a handoff to Graham Hempkin, and there is a nice wrap up there, and that could even be a little bit of a loss to bring up 2nd down with 9:22 to go in the half.
Little different firing to the football now. And here's the thing. Mount Vernon's had a lot of things go right for them in weeks 2, 3, and 4. Now you're getting punched around a little bit, a couple smacks to the mouth. How will Mount Vernon go now? Will you back up, or will you try to do something about it?
What are they going to be able to do here as the clock will drop below the 90-minute mark here in the second quarter? 14-7 Rams on top over the Marion Wildcats, who have owned this series since 2009. Reeves under center, one-man split to the right. That's Jacoby Marshall. Man in motion is going to be Fitz. It's going to be a handoff inside. Trying to... Nope, actually, that's going to be Fitz coming around. Fitz is off to the races past midfield, far sideline to the 40, down to the 30. As he is brought down. No, that's the quarterback, Reeves. My apologies. I see the pink towel waving around. What a QB keeper by Dillon.
31 yards.
And that'll be 1st and 10. Good run.
Yep. Got around the corner, did a good job of running the fakes. Running backs ran their fakes as well to bite the linebackers in. And, of course, right now you can tell Marion back on their heels a little bit after a big play by Mount Vernon. They throw a little punch there that time, hit him in the mouth.
Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Remember FDIC. They are the official voice of the Rams. 8:39 to go in the first half. Still 14-7 Rams. Ball on the Marion 29-yard line. Far hash will be 1st and 10. Split to the left, it's Gardner. On the right, it's Marshall. It's going to be Reeves looking to pass. He looks to the left, going to go fade route. Gardner beats his man, dives in the end zone. It'll fall through his hands, incomplete. He had to dive quite a bit. It would have been one heck of a play, but unable to come up with it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
There's an update in the other South 7 game at the end of one. Carbondale 14, Kokia nothing, as the Terriers look to get something done.
Of course, week in and week out, we really aren't learning a thing about the South 7 Conference until we see each game. Crazy conference this year is the South 7. You have Centralia beating Carbondale at home. Now you have the Terriers, of course, up 2 touchdowns on Cahokia, who has been offensively challenged over the past few years, with some stellar defense. Reeves back at her center, 2nd and 10. 8:35 to play in the quarter as the clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Inside handoff. This time it's going to be Hinkin running between some tackles. Gets past the 20, down to about the 16. We'll see where the actual spot is going to be, and that is going to be a 15-yard gain.
15-yard run, another first down. Remember, this drive started at the 33 of Mount Vernon, and they continue to rack up runs.
8:30 to go in the first half. 14-7 your score. Rams removing the chains here in the second quarter. Glad to have you with us. WMIX, WMIXSports.com, where the Rams doubling up the visiting Marion Wildcats here for J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Reeves, the quarterback, is under center. Ball on the far hash from the 15. Fitz in motion. It's going to be another handoff. It's going to be to Graham Hinkin this time. And that goes nowhere. So no gain. Maybe a short gain. It'll bring up 2nd down with less than 8 minutes to play in the first half. See what the Rams are able to do here.
Well, Carterville is impressing me. 29-7 at the pit over the Wildcats of AJ.
So forward progress actually carried Graham 2 yards to the 13, where it'll be 2nd and 8. 7:40 to play in the first half. Gardner's going to be split left. Split to the right. It's going to be Jacoby Marshall. Your backs are Miller, Gray, Hinkin, and, of course, Braden Fitzgerald with the quarterback Reeves under his center Bradley. Reeves going to roll around left. Marion sniffs it out. Good job by Dontiel Taylor.
Quarterback keeper. Reeves hit in the backfield. Loss on the play.
Shouldn't be a big loss.
Shouldn't be. Forward progress. Oh, they're moving it back 3 yards. About 4 yards there that time.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wow. Counting the throw and the run and whatever else.
All right. So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Rams. 3rd down and about 13. Ball on the 18-yard line with 7 minutes to play in the quarter. Here in the first half, Rams on top 14-7. Need a play here on third down. They're going to go 2 backs to the right side this time. They're going to look to pass. It's going to be to Doug Gardner. He's at the 15. Shakes him at about the 10. Going to try to split the middle. Gets in the end zone. Touchdown. And the Rams have an 18-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Reeves to Doug Gardner. How do you do, Mr. End Zone? It's 20-7.
Yeah, that was nice. That was beautiful. Made a cutback against the defense. And got the touchdown after the yards after the catch. Gardner to Reeves.
Telling
Reeves to Gardner.
Marion defense to pick your poison. Do you want the run or do you want the pass? 6:44 to play in the first half, 20-7. We'll see what the Rams elect to do here. Looks like they're going to go for it again. What a play by Doug Gardner. You knew when he grabbed it, reeled it in at about the 15, was going to go straight at the secondary, then cuts into between the hashes and then breaks it up. Going to go fade, flag pattern. It's going to be, going to be disrupted. Looked like Gardner had it. He does. How did Doug Gardner hang on to that? It's 22-7.
That's big. Big to get that completion. And Mount Vernon can score on the running and the passing as well.
The fade has been very successful in Ram history. It gets 2 points then. 22-7 your score. 6:44 to play in the first half. Ooh, Doug Gardner coming up big. Of course, a lot of the talk, a lot of the press, a lot of the ink has been Gardner, the Rams' leading rusher, just a year ago, now moves over, of course, to wide receiver and has had a very successful year.
67 yards on that drive, about 3 minutes. And the Rams go on that 7-play drive.
6:44 to play in the first half. Going to need a stop.
Well, you're ahead by 2 touchdowns, which helped things out a little bit, but
Marion, of course, going to have the football to start the second half. 6:44 to play in the first half. 22-7 your score. Rams are on top. Your community, your choice, your bank. 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Ask for the one account. Going to go onside kick, and this is definitely not going to get 10 yards. Definitely not.
Got to run, get it.
Thought I was going to run back. Thought I was going to roll back for a second for a net loss.
Could have picked that up and took off with it. They didn't realize it. That's one of those. Marion could have really took it and grabbed it. Reeves to Gardner for a touchdown.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. You can find us on Facebook. Like us while you're there.
We already have one new like tonight.
Good. Love to interact with folks on social media. We'll have a scoreboard later tonight at WMIXsports.com. Of course, we'll recap it tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. We'll talk with Jared Shaner regardless of what happens here tonight, though. Things sitting pretty at the moment. 22-7 with this Marion passing game. Brant Hill back out of the shotgun. Things could change in a hurry. It'll be Hunter Lincoln split off to the right side. They're going to split off Jordan Bradford back out to the left. In the right slot will be Hewitt, the tight end. Back is going to be the feature back, Mitchell Bartle. Leading rusher for the Wildcats at 347 yards coming in. He's going to go to the left side. Ooh, is able to dive ahead and get some yardage on the play. It's going to be a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats as they get to about 38.
Bartle's their go-to guy right now, and he's going to have to do some magic here in order to get things going.
See if they run to set up the pass.
How about that? Pinckneyville leads DuQuoin at the half 3-0. Indians are in that ball game.
Spread offense here for the Wildcats. 6:10 to play in the first half. This is going to be a quarterback keeper for Brant Hill, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Looks like a shoestring tackle with some assistance. So about a hair short of a first down here for the Wildcats. Will bring up 3rd down, and if the Rams could somehow manage to push back here, you're in a very good position. But right now it's 3rd and short for Marion. 5:50 to play in the second quarter. Rams on top, 22-7. We'll get you some more score updates at the half on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. We'll also probably have some time to get you some before then. We're not saying you'll have to wait. We don't want to make you wait, as this is going to be an inside handoff. Mitchell Bartle, and he found a seam, but able to get his hands in there was Andrew Heiner on the tackle. So it looks like first down yardage from where I sit. It'll move the chains at 5:32 to go on the half. Yep, move the chains. 1st and 10 for Marion. Clock drops below the 5.5-minute mark. here in the second quarter. They're going to be on the near hash out of the shotgun. Going to be another handoff to Bartle. The run has worked thus far for Marion, but it looks like he's going to be stopped at about the 30, shy of the 30, maybe a gain of 2. It's going to be a long gain of 2.
A switch of roles here. Marion going more power football right now, just kind of forcing her way forward with the football. Mount Vernon getting backed up a little bit on that defensive line.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 with 5:04 to play here in the half. Quarterback drop back to pass, now going to run with it. Can he slip past the linebacker? The outside linebacker, Drew Hester, comes up with the tackle to bring up 3rd down. No, Brant Hill did get a gain. 4:45 to play in the first half. Be 3rd down for Marion. Got inside to 30, but didn't get much further than that. That was a great tackle. I thought it was Drew Hester, the outside linebacker, that came up with it.
Milk Bowl, Mater Dei at 14-13 at the half.
Wow. It's one I've always wanted to see but never been able to. 3rd down here from...
There's a lot of people at the game still want to see it.
4:22 to go. Hill is back to pass, looks to the left side, trying to dump it off. That'll be incomplete to Mitchell Bartle. Looked in the flat, saw the running back, and they like to do that. 4:18 to play is where the clock will stop in the first half, 22-7
He
Rams.
was looking downfield at option 1 on a go route that wasn't there down the hash mark. Second route was a fade out to the pylon, and he checked off to the 3rd option, which was a running back, and hit him in the hands. That's how guys become defensive backs.
4:18 to play in the first half. 22-7 Rams on top. It's 4th and 5 for Marion. We'll see what they elect to do here. I would not be surprised. Appears I'm not going to be surprised. Single back shotgun set. Bartle the lone back. They're going to split off. Lincoln to the right. Bradford to the left, and a man in each slot. And it appears we're going to have the play clock strike 0. Nope, they get the timeout in time.
Kerry Martin is livid. Somebody was not lined up correctly, and he is not a happy camper across there. Took the headphones off, folded them up. Did not throw them.
No.
You can tell disgust on the coach.
Kerry Martin's disgust is different from many others' disgust.
Yes, it is.
This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, proud to sponsor the Rams yet again. Dr. Eric Black and staff support the local community and wish the Rams the very best this season. Pink out night here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. The FBLA did a magnificent job getting the shirts and everything together. Hoes have participated as well, raising money tonight. They're selling raffle tickets and whatnot. I should say taking donations for the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. And then, of course, Living the basketball fundraiser last week that Kim Williams hosted, of course. I think drew about 1,000 people or more, so they did very well last week.
Karma over Fairfield 14-12 second quarter. Hyphen Bowl is tied at 7 at CZR and SVWW. El Dorado over Hamilton County at the end of 1-8-0, and Johnston City trailing on the road at Chester 35-zip with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Heron over Murphy at the half 10-0. Pinckneyville over DuQuoin at the half 3-0. And Mount Carmel, Illinois over Washington, Indiana 48-0 at the half.
4th and 5 here. It's 22-7 Rams. Wildcats with the football in the Mount Vernon 27 ball in the far hash. Quarterback Hill is out of the shotgun, looking to pass, looking to his right, looking back to his left, has some time, found a receiver in first down territories. That's going to be a gain of about 7 to Chase Hewitt. And the tight end comes up with it. It'll be first down.
And again, great patience by Marion's quarterback. Drop back pressure, got the Dancy feet, kept his feet moving, didn't take off running with it, found the guy underneath the zone for the first down and a 5-yard pass.
So 4:11 to play in the first half. The clock will start. Chains have been moved. 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 27. Out of the shotgun will work Brant Hill. Now he's going to run out of a little bit of an option there. It runs between the hashes. Dives past the 20 to about the 17. We'll see if they give him 5 or if they give him more. It'll be 2nd down with 3:50 to play here in the first half. And you don't want the Wildcats to score here and then have the ball to start the second half. As they are running the ball to kill some time off of the clock.
Gosh.
See what happens.
Man, I've never seen AJ dominated like that to Pitt. Down 36-7.
Hill back to pass, looking to his right. He's going to throw off to the left. Nice little dump down pass there. It's going to go left side, but this is going to be a loss possibly.
Oh, they rolled forward. It ended up being a completion of about 3 yards. Screen pass, Mount Vernon read it well. Just not a lot there, and that's why his screen pass went for about 2 to 3 yards at most.
Their leading rusher, also a very fundamentally sound receiver out of the backfield. That's going to be 3rd and about 2.5, maybe 3.
Marion's always had guys. One guy in the backfield, a Dalton, comes to mind about 10 years ago. It just always seemed to have one guy that does a lot for him.
Clock drops below the 3-minute mark here. It's going to be a handoff to Bartle. Finds a seam up the right side.
Man.
Bulldozes forward at about the 10 between the hashes to about the 7. That's going to be a nice little gain there, and that's going to make it first and goal for Marion with 2:47 to go in the half. Rams up 22-7.
11th play of this drive, which started at Marion 35-yard line. I mean, that is an impressive drive right now for Marion going on.
Converted on 4th down. That's the big thing here. It was 4th and 5. They got a 7-yard play. Out of the pistol, here it comes. It's going to be a handoff to Bartle. He's going to try to go right. That's where the Ram tacklers are, and it's not going to be a gain of much, maybe a short loss, if anything, as it was first and goal.
Bartle's got a body type. He really reminds me of a Joe Morris. Used to run for the Giants and the Michigan Wolverines. That kind of body type. Stays low to the ground, keeps his feet moving, hard to take down, all legs. And you got to get those pads down low or you're going to bounce off of him.
Play clock at 10, the game clock at 2:01. 22-7 is your score. Rams are going to stack slightly. Looking to get some pressure here on 2nd and goal from the 6. It's going to be Bartle again. This time he's going to be brought down at about the 10. Looks like Marshall was in on it. Had some help from Jacob Williamson, but Jacoby was all there, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 10. It's about a 4-yard loss for the runner Bartle with about 1:35 to go in the first half. 22-7 your score. The Rams up a pair of touchdowns.
Big play. 1:25 to go in the half. Marion with a timeout left. 3rd and goal.
Marion in more of a goal line set here as they're going to leave the quarterback Hill to roll the pass. He's going to keep it himself. There's nobody there to stop him as he will dive into the touchdown for 6. Yep. The Rams have not been able to defend the quarterback run out of the shotgun, and it has cost them here. Well, it's 22-13.
Nobody's home, Chris, on that. When you leave the quarterback, that means he's going to be left open, and he's able to get in for the score because of it. Speaking of quarterback, that was Baker? No. That's not it, is it?
No, that was Hill.
Hill, that's right. Trying to get names right. And you leave like that, leave the middle, and that's what happens.
So here comes the kick. It's up, splits the uprights, it's good, and it's now 22-14. The Wildcats are back within a score, and if you're the Rams, you need to make something happen here before the half or come out with a big stop to open up the second half with just a one-possession game and 1:11 to play in the first half with the Marion Wildcats getting the football.
13 plays to start with, 65 yards in 5 minutes. Now that is a deal there where you can get right back into ball games, and that's something that Marion did that time to slow the pace down. Hard to believe that I'm saying Marion slowed the pace of a game down.
That has been quite the shock thus far, and I think a little bit of a feeling of being caught off guard here with 1:11 to play in the second quarter, 22-14 your score. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Sign of Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. See what they do here. See if there's any trickery, of course, from the kicker Mitchell Wilkie, as Fitz and Miller Gray are back to return. I've not seen Miller Gray dialed up a lot here in the past couple of series. Of course, he got the first 2 scores of the game. As this is going to be a ground ball, takes a hop, picked up by Jacoby Marshall. 30, breaks the man, gets to the 40. He's now at midfield, has a kicker to beat at the 40. Still trying to cut back to the near side. He's at the 30, 25, 20, at the 15, 10. Pulled down inside the 10 with 1:01 to go. How about Jacoby Marshall? Picked up the wild hot ground ball, took it back quite a bit over midfield, then cut back to the near side. He gets to the 10-yard line. What'll be first, and we'll see if it's goal or 10, depending on the spot.
The way he picked up the football, drive coach, is crazy. He picked it up in traffic like he had a mitt and a ground ball. Took off, took the hop, took it down to the Marion 10. Right back at you. That's exactly what the Rams needed at that point. And what you'd like to do is score right before half and not have to have your defense out. That way they get an extended break here during a halftime.
It'll be outside the 10. A first down without a touchdown is possible. 1st and 10 for the Rams just beyond the 10-yard line. Ball in the near hash. Split to the left and to the right. Fits in motion. Going to be an inside handoff to Graham Hintgen. He's going to bulldoze his way inside the 5 down to about the 3.
That ain't bad. Take your time, get into the line of scrimmage. You have your timeouts. Everything working right now for the Rams.
Unbelievable. Jacoby Marshall sets it up with an impressive kickoff return. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 3. The Rams can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Keep that in mind. As Reeves will be the quarterback under center. 32 seconds to play in the first half, up 22-14, looking for 6. It'll be the quarterback, Reeves under center. Fitzgerald's in motion, going to be
busted play.
A busted play, and Reeves going to be brought down for loss. You got to burn a timeout here.
Yep.
You got to burn a timeout here and get the clock start faster.
21.8
seconds.
Yep. Busted play. You can tell when Reeves got out of the pocket, he was looking for a ghost to hand it off to. Unfortunately, Ghost went around to carry the football, and that was a big busted play.
And too much pressure to try to get rid of the football. 21.8 seconds to go in the first half, 22-14. Rams are going to burn the timeout here as it'll be 3rd and about 10. Again, they can score or can get a first down without scoring. And you've got to make something out of this now. It looked like it was going to happen. Not that it can't, but 3rd and 10 with 21.8 seconds left. You're going to have to make it happen. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting, top of the 8 o'clock hour. I'm Chris Hugo. Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow gives you the video at WMIXsports.com. It's Quentin Lloyd back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight as the Rams will split Jacoby Marshall off to the right side and probably Gardner off to the left.
You got to be careful here with 21 seconds to go. You hate to come away with no points here. If you don't come with any points, momentum goes to Marion as they head into halftime and come out with the ball to start the second half.
Can't let Marion have Uncle Mo. Reeves, the quarterback. That's Dylan under center.
I wouldn't mind here on this 2nd or 3rd and 10, maybe a play action here because you're obviously going to go for it twice.
Right. Maybe burn it to the back.
Uh-huh.
As Reeves, the quarterback under center. Maybe go far.
Maybe go fade route right. Single coverage right side. Roll him out right.
Here comes, and it is going to be Graham Hinken up the middle. He keeps bulldozing his way back to the 5, and let's see if the Rams burn that timeout. They do. 16.3 seconds left, 22-14 to score. Hinken got back inside the 5. It'll be 4th down for the Rams. Going to have a bit of a shoe issue for Hinken. Looks like he recovers nicely.
He ran out of it. I got 5 people at one game, 10 in another.
So it'll be 4th and a nickel. Again, it's not 4th and goal, but 4th and a nickel. As the first down marker is about the half-yard line. 16.3 seconds left to go in this first half. The Rams are up 8. It's 22-14. Marion does have the football to start the second half, so you'd love to be able to get a score here on 4th and 5. And field goal not an option, or hasn't been thus far. So you might as well go for it and try to get 6. But again, if Marion is able to come up with the stop, the momentum on their side heading into the locker room.
That's the thing. You definitely want to try to get out with some points here, because if you don't get any points, Marion trots down below us with a lot of excitement, a lot of momentum, and they feel like probably, hey, we can get into this one. We got a chance to get it done.
This is a Medicine Shop timeout, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff, proud supporters of the community as well as the Mount Vernon Rams. Split wide to the left, it'll be Doug Gardner. On the right, Jacoby Marshall. They're going to load up on the far side with the quarterback Reeves under center. He's looking for the quick pass to Gardner in the end zone. Touchdown! No, incomplete. Didn't hold it long enough. It'll be a turnover on downs with 12.9 seconds left. My apologies.
It was there.
The far official started to go up for the touchdown. The side official comes with incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. They almost had it.
Man. No instant replay. Got to play on.
Nope. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 5, but they get the football to start the second half. And man, oh man, the Rams had an opportunity. A broken play on 2nd and 5. Could be what comes back to haunt them in the end. Took a 5-yard loss. A lot of pressure on the quarterback Reeves. Had no choice, and Marion's going to take a knee. That is how your first half is going to come to an end. The Mount Vernon Rams 22, the Marion Wildcats 14. We'll take a break. When we come back on your Second Chance Auto halftime show, we will have plenty to talk about, including your MVTHS Minute. We'll have your Rams report. We'll also check in with some scores here on Mount Vernon Rams Football. The Mount Vernon Rams 22, the Marion Wildcats 14. This is Rams Football powered by Community First Bank.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 33 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank-rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles of your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, call 244-4522.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And welcome back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, Mount Vernon Rams Football course. Here for your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Get the car you want at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank-rate financing for all. Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon, continued proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Rams. Of course, the train going on behind us. We'll have a bit of an extended halftime, of course, as they will release some balloons on the field in honor of not only cancer survivors, but unfortunately cancer victims in memory of. As Hosa will take care of that. FBLA did a great job of putting together this pink out night. A lot of pink shirts in attendance. I understand they did well on sponsorship and sales. Of course, we were proud to be a part of that at WMIX Sports. So 22-14, Mount Vernon on top of Marion here at the half. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll check in with Tyler Barker here in just a few, but the Rams had a great opportunity to get back up 2 touchdowns going into the locker room, and a loss of yardage on a broken play ends up being what hurts them, and then just have a pass fall incomplete. Doug Gardner came up with it, but just wasn't able to hang on long enough to get the score. And all in all, if he had instant replay, it'd be a touchdown.
It might be until we saw it. And we're far away, so it's hard to argue with somebody standing on top of it. It's a tough play because Mount Vernon is still leading 22-14. However, it's one of those things where, boy, you wish you had that one back, because that might be one that could help you later on. Because I think you've seen a different Marion team in the second half. Their swagger's a lot different. They do look like they're into this ball game. They've been awakened here in this second half, and you have to wonder how much effort Mount Vernon is really going to have to put into this, because this is a Marion team with their backs basically against the wall.
Backs against the wall indeed. 22-14 here at the half on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. We're going to check in, of course, with Tyler Barker back at the studio here in just a moment as we look ahead to your Rams report and MVTHS Minute. Been a big week for Lady Rams tennis as they're 10-0 on the season. They're still undefeated. We'll tell you more about that in your Rams report. We'll take a break. 22-14, Mount Vernon over Marion here at the half. The balloons have been released from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium in honor of course, cancer victims and survivors. But we'll take that break. This is Rams Football presented by Community First Bank.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Brownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depends on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
Who has Ford certified sales and service technicians? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who has a huge selection of new and pre-owned inventory? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who gives top dollar for your trade-in? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Where should you buy your next vehicle? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Come join our growing family. Shop online at schmidtfordofsalem.com or give us a call at 618-548-1711.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back to the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show with the Rams Report. I'm Tyler Barker for WMIX Sports. Lady Rams tennis is 10-0. The unbeaten streak stayed alive this week after beating Fairfield on Monday, sweeping Highland on Wednesday, and toppling Salem yesterday. The Lady Rams host their own tournament tomorrow at Veterans Park. Rams soccer beat Centralia 4-2 on Monday and traveled to Lebanon for a 2-1 win yesterday afternoon. Now the Rams welcome Harrisburg to Steve Harrison Field tomorrow. Rams golf started the week strong with a 2-stroke finish over the Benton Rangers, but fell on Wednesday to Harrisburg and Murfreesboro and lost the match to Marion yesterday. The Rams tee off tomorrow at the always tough Orphan Invite. Lady Rams volleyball opened the week to a straight set loss against Salem, but beat Cahokia 25-18, 25-19 last night. The Heron Invitational awaits volleyball tomorrow. Cross country heads to the Springfield Invitational tomorrow after a great performance at Olney last week. That's your Rams report for this week, and this is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get free estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And, as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers free lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back to your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Of course, Second Chance Auto, your home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, long-time continued supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. There was your Rams report. A lot of great things happening in Ram athletics right now. Here in football, varsity football, the Rams lead the Marion Wildcats 22-14. And what a first half of football it was. A couple of touchdowns on the ground, one through the air for the Rams, and almost had another one through the air to end the first half. It just wasn't meant to be. And Marion will start the second half with the football. We'll talk more about that here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. We'll get you some stats here in just a few. We'll also get you a pretty sizable scoreboard update in just a moment. But, of course, some early thoughts of the first half would indicate the Rams did a fairly good job defensively. It was really just a couple of big plays that allowed Marion to stay in it.
Basically, and that was it. You know, and again, when I said in the pregame, that's how you're gonna keep things out of it, keep Marion back a little bit, is the opportunity to cut the big plays. And if it weren't for big plays, Marion wouldn't be in this.
Well, they would not. And, you know, you think back to the difference thus far being Brant Hill coming back into the game. And actually, I should say, coming back as quarterback for the Wildcats. He did not play quarterback at QB at all last week in the loss to Cahokia. And we're having some trouble with their backup, so to speak, their sophomore quarterback, Isaac Baker, and they stick Brant Hill back in and looking for him to prove himself, and he's done a great job of that.
A spark. It was like when they brought him in that, you know, it sparked this Marion team. I mean, they looked dead in the water. Brought him in, got a couple big plays, couple of touchdowns, right back into this one. That was the whole key in the first half, I thought, just to change. Spark that play.
Spark that play, indeed. Spark us some followers on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're continuously keeping it updated. We're also updating you on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We will get you a comprehensive scoreboard from State Farm agent Tony Wilton in just a moment. Remind you, Rams Athletics on the radio, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. They welcome you back to personal banking. Also, the new One checking account. Free checking and high yield interest. How about that combination? Only at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Ask for one. 6:21 left in the unofficial halftime break here. Of course, there'll be 3 more minutes of conditioning, so about 10 minutes before we resume high school football in the second half. We will get you some scores. We will get you some stats. But first, we give you the MVTHS Minute. We'll take a break, come back with Tyler Barker at our Mount Vernon studio. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm Tyler Barker with a look at your next rad weather. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 55. Saturday, mostly sunny and windy, a high near 84. Saturday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds, a low around 63. Sunday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m., then a slight chance of showers, partly sunny, a high near 76. Sunday night, mostly clear, a low around 53. Next rad weather from WMIX Mount Vernon, Illinois.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's a look at your MVTHS Minute. I'm Tyler Barker on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Due to government restrictions, travel to Cuba can be quite difficult. For a group of MVTHS students, that wasn't the case. Through the Ina Free Will Baptist Church, De La Wingo, Claire Ryan, Megan Reynolds, and Morgan Droll all traveled to Cuba on a mission trip. After visiting over 20 churches and families, the group visited a church with orphans, single mothers, and special needs children. The group of MVTHS students gave gifts of candy, stuffed animals, and encouragement of faithful strength. That's this week's MVTHS Minute, where WMIX Sports explores the best in arts and academics at Mount Vernon High School. Stay tuned for next week's installment. We'll take a quick break on your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Just how big of a Saluki fan are you? People's National Bank is challenging your fanhood. Show your Saluki colors by opening a Southern Illinois University Saluki free checking account exclusively at People's National Bank. It only takes $100 to open. Your first box of Saluki checks is free, and Visa check card, online banking, and bill pay are free too. Stop by People's National Bank today to find out more.
People's National Bank, official home of Saluki checking. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right, it's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting, WMIXsports.com.
This is Rick Davis, Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back. J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. This is your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Second Chance is your home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. That's right, Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Continued supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow brings you the video at WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd keeps us on the air on WMIX 940. Coming soon to some other types of modulation here on AM 940. More to become. Anyhow, 22-14. Mount Vernon on top of Marion at the half. That's a big advantage for the Rams, but the Wildcats have the football to start.
It's not very big. It's only one touchdown. Marion's shown prowess to score. And right now, their big play capability, if you're up a score, you almost have to be up 2 scores the whole way through because of the big play capability that Marion can bring to the game.
Certainly no doubt about that. 22-14 the score. We'll take a look at some others here in just a moment. We'll take a look at some halftime stats and see how the Rams got to that 22-14 advantage here on their Second Chance Auto Halftime Show as we take a gander at some stats.
The first downs, Mount Vernon 12, Marion 6. Turnovers even at 1 apiece. Penalties even 4 apiece. Mount Vernon with 25 yards. Marion with 43. Rushing went to Mount Vernon 161-75. Passing to Marion 58-26. Mount Vernon wins the total yardage of the first half 187-118 to give you a halftime score of Mount Vernon 22, Marion 14.
22-14. Rams on top here at the half, and I hate to make a mountain out of a molehill because every team has to start a half with football. In this case, the Rams kind of had a situation last week where they came out, had the football to start the second half, and then Althoff stopped them, of course, then scored some unanswered points. That is until the answer was found in the form of a hyphen last weekend, and the Rams ultimately came back to win. But here you have a case where Marion's on the flip side of that coin. It's kind of curious to see what happens here before we start the second half. And before we start the second half, I understand we are updating scores from around the region on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports, and we have them on paper to
South
read.
7 scores. Carbondale over Koke at the half, 21-6. Altoff leads Centralia at the half, 30-7. Rochester is leading Lanphier 30-0, close to the half. Triad trails Highland at the half, 15-8. And Mount Carmel, Illinois leads Washington, Indiana, 48-6. Ohio Division of the River to River. Harrisburg on the road leads Massac 14-6. Heron in the third leads Murphy 17-0 at home. Carterville over AJ at the half 36-13. Nashville and Sparta were scoreless after one, and Pinckneyville leads DuQuoin 3-0 at halftime. In the Black Diamond tonight, rivalry week, it is Carmi 14, Fairfield 12 at the half, just east of us at the railroad. It is in the Hyphen Bowls, SVWW 7, CCR 7, El Dorado only up 16-6 on Hamilton County at the half. That's a surprise because obviously Hamilton County has a 20-game losing streak, and El Dorado's been rolling through conference teams, only allowing 6 points all year. And Chester at home leads Johnston City 41-0. That game will be over quickly with a running clock at Chester.
That it will. And, of course, that scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, find Tony in his office. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com. Of course, you can also look for that white State Farm Jeep around town. Of course, that is Tony Wilt. Gets you a better state with State Farm. Have some friends down below.
30. I'm used to it. See, it didn't phase me.
Not at all.
Just wave, go on.
Glad to see him.
Teacher look. 30-12, Nashville over Sparta at the half.
Big score for Nashville.
7. Ooh, boy. Pinckneyville down 7-3 at DuQuoin. Ooh, bubbles will be bursting on both sides of the county tonight with that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goose egg could crack for the Indians.
Well, there was a lot of chop licking going on earlier in the week on the western side of Perry County. Not sure they should have been licking their chops so quickly.
Well, we recall what happened when that turf was installed at that very field and how quickly the tides
And there
could
is
turn.
no Pinckneyville jersey under the turf. That's been confirmed.
Has been confirmed.
Yeah. Of course, there is no DuQuoin jersey under the Pinckneyville turf.
There we
Nashville won last week. No, AJ beat Nashville last week. They're going to be 2-3. They've seen AJ. Still have Carterville, still have DuQuoin. That's still a pretty tough run there.
Tough road to hoe for the Hornets,
Yeah,
no doubt.
Tough road, but they're starting to find some momentum. I thought for sure maybe, you look at the scores, Carmi Fairfield to the east of us in a classic battle there, and the Hyphen Bowls tied at 7. I thought SVWW would have a little bit easier time than that with Bearcats. Another game, of course, a Carbondale winning, Mount Vernon winning could be first of battles for the lead in the South 7 Conference, and then at Centralia looking at their first loss this season at Altoff. And you look in the river to river, Harrisburg only up 8 points at Massac. Of course, Massac been there a bunch of times for games. That's an incredibly tough place to play. You drive a long way, you ride a bus, and then you get off the bus and you're playing in a valley, river valley down there, and it's just a different environment. And Massac's usually a pretty gritty team to play. Harrisburg only up 8. And that DuQuoin Pinckneyville score 7-3. And that's a shocker right now.
Of course, here it's 22-14. Is that going to change when we start the second half? What are some keys to the second half?
One, you got to stop the big plays. And I think number 2, Mount Vernon has to stop the big plays, and Marion, I should be more specific. Number 2, Mount Vernon has to match the intensity of Marion. I think Mount Vernon's able to score there in that second half. Intensity level, though, was definitely in Marion's corner, and Mount Vernon has to rise to that level because Marion's program, 8 straight years in the playoffs, they've been in games like this, tight on the road, season on the line. They understand the situation. Can Mount Vernon rise to that level of intensity or even higher?
We'll see if they do. Marion starts the second half with the football. They will move right to left. The Rams will move left to right. As you look at your radio dial, WMIX Mount Vernon. Glad to have you. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow with us. Get you the video angles at WMIXsports.com. Reeves on to kick off. It'll be end over end, and it's going to go deep, and it'll be picked up at about the 5-yard line for the Wildcats. Cutting back. Oop, not going to come back to the near side at the 20, now to the 25, and that's going to be a good stop, good trip up there by Jacob Williamson at about the 31-yard line on the carry, on the return, I should say, by Thomas Schaefer.
I was worried that time. Kind of a late hit towards the end of the play, but luckily nothing was called. Milk Bowl, I know you're interested in it. You've got Mater Day leading, and you, along many others, would love to have seen that game that are there.
Never been able to see it, although I've had good reason. 22-14 your score, at least for the last 8 or 10 years. 9.
12.
Well, you add the multiplier in there. 11:51 to play in the third.
Which one, South or private?
South, single
Okay.
letter. And here comes off-tackle run by, I believe, Bartle from Marion as he gets to about the 35. That'll be a gain of 4 to start this second half. 11:41 to play in this third quarter. Glad to have you here on WMIX, as I say time and time again. 22-14 the score. Mount Vernon on top. They need to stop Marion here and add a score. Thought they're going to have that chance before the half. It'll be Jordan Bradford split to the left side. They're going to keep Lincoln split to the right. Quarterback out of the shotgun will be Brant Hill, the right-hander. And it's going to be a handoff to Bartle, and he'll be brought down by Drew Hester. He had some help underneath. That looked like it might have been my man, number 59, Brighton Bowers, doing a great job lately at defensive tackle.
Future alumni of your school.
Uh-huh.
Walking around, Romans, as we call it.
We'll drop below the 11-minute mark here. Third and nickel for the Wildcats. The ball on the 36-yard line in Marion territory. Between the hashes on the spot with 10:53 to play in the third quarter. They're going to split off Bradford back left. Probably put the tight end Hewitt in the slot. On the right side, it'll also be Lincoln. A couple of backs in the backfield. Hill's going to direct traffic. Going to be a little bit of protection here. As Hill, the right-hander, looking back to pass. Not going to be able to look to his left. He's going to be chased. Flushed out. He'll find Hewitt wide open to the right side, just past midfield. Big play for Marion as he'll get inside to about the 45, and that's going to be a gain of about 19.
20 yards, and I'm telling you what, it's a different-looking Marion offense right now on that reception. 20 yards and a Marion first down. Patience by the quarterback. Rolls to his right, keeps his feet moving, eyes downfield, makes the great pass for the first down.
Marion trailing 22-14, but they moved the chains in a big way there. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ram territory, ball on the 45-yard line inside the far hash. The quarterback's going to work out of the shotgun. Slot now on the left side, split left and right. Couple of backs. It's going to be the tailback on the carry, and that is going to come near side. Still inside the near hash, past the 45, the line of scrimmage, down to about the 42 for a gain of 3 for Mitchell Bartle.
Bartle's got 13 carries right now. Be curious to see how long he can last tonight. If he continues to get the amount of carries he has, he'll near 25 carries per average, maybe 30 on average in this game if he keeps getting the carries.
They're going to stack up on the left side, of course, here with Hunter Lincoln and Jordan Bradford. Hewitt, the tight end, is going to be out to the right. Quarterback is going to keep it himself, roll up the right side. Fake the handoff, now finds some yardage to roam. Gets past the 30, down to about the 26-yard line. Gain of 17. Big play, Marion. 1st and 10 with 9:38 to go in the quarter.
Mr. Hugo, have you seen that offense before?
Uh-huh.
It's called the read option. Colin Kaepernick, some of the Rams fans from the Pro League might have saw that last night a little bit. Not being called as much this year to save Kaepernick's health. That's what Marion's running here. Reading the defensive end of the Mount Vernon defensive line. Read it. Once he darts in, you run where he's not.
9:29 to play in the third quarter. Used to see it run effectively by Triad for many moons. Not quite like Colin Kaepernick, though, as this is going to be a handoff and a good handoff there to Mitchell Bartle. He'll scamper for, I don't know, about 2 on the play, maybe 2.5. It'll bring up second and about 6, or 7. Bad math there on my part. 9:10 to play in the third quarter. Community First Bank. Always bank on your hometown team. Home of the one account, Community First Bank. Featuring free checking and high yield interest. Member FDIC, official voice of the Rams here on the radio. We drop below the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter, 22-14. Marion trailing by 8, but looking to strike quickly here. 2nd and 7. The ball's on the Mount Vernon 24, far hash. Could be another handoff to Bartle. He's found a seam up the middle. Actually more off tackle. Dives past the 20, maybe to the 19. Could be a gain of 5.
Bartle seems to be getting stronger as the night goes on. It's still early. We'll monitor the carries and see how it goes.
Definitely going to have to see how it goes with 8:30 to go in the third quarter. Make that 3rd and 2. Nice. 3rd and 2, of course, with the ball on the 19-yard line for the Wildcats, threatening here. Hewitt on the right, split to the left side, of course, it'll be Bradford again, and this time it's going to be handoff up the middle. Bartle broke for a first down yardage as he gets inside the 15 to about the 13. Gain of 6 will bring up 1st and 10.
This will be the 9th play of the drive, which started at the Marion 30. And you can feel Marion kind of taking over the offensive line up front. A young, inexperienced line starting to feel more confident, pushing the Rams backward down the hill.
No time. Not a chance to exhale here for the Rams. Breath held tight, 22-14 to score, hanging on to an 8-point lead. Read option going to come to the left side from the quarterback, Brant Hill. Tried to fake out, and we're going to have a flag here on Doug Gardner. I'm not saying he has a flag. He made the big tackle, but there is a penalty flag.
Let's see what we
Looks
have.
like a hold maybe on Marion. We'll see. That would be huge. That would help.
Yeah, and it'll work out to be about a 6-yard penalty from where the flag is at by the time you move back behind the line of scrimmage. Eliminate the run. Go again.
If you're watching at WMIXsports.com, it's powered by Rinley College. Offers over 100 degree and certificate programs, 4,000 less. See which is right for you with full descriptions on those degree and certificate programs at rlc.edu, and even apply online while you're there.
Rutrow, Southern Perry County 14, Western Perry County 3.
Oh my.
Yeah.
7:46 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 17 from the 20-yard line for the Wildcats as they're backed up a bit. Has been a problem for Brant Hill so far. Single, actually out of the shotgun, empty backfield. This is going to be a lead pass to the end zone, and I think Mr. Lincoln on the play, Hunter Lincoln, thought that he was getting ready to draw some contact, backed up like he was about to hit a wall. I think he was on a post route and thought he was near the post.
Well, he was.
So it'll fall incomplete and bring up 2nd and 17 for the 20 for Marion. 22-14 still the score. Rams are up 8 with 7:35 to play in the third, as they will bring in Brandon Osborne. He had a big reception earlier for the Wildcats. He'll go left slot. They're split left and right. One in each slot. We're going to have a flag here. Ball start on the Wildcats. That'll make it 2nd and 22. Ball will go back to the Mount Vernon 25.
Well, that'll stop. A little bit of the bleeding or the momentum.
I was going to say a moment ago, they either need a turnover or some Marion shots in the foot to give them some assistance here. 7:26 to play in the third quarter. Rams on top, 22-14 if you're just joining us. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See their inventory online at fordsquare.com. Single back shotgun, the right-hander, Hill, is going to be flushed out, able to dunk off a pass there to Bradford. Gets past the 20. Ooh, going to be brought down shy of the 15 at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 16 with 6:59 to go in the quarter. Rams still on top.
Well, not much. Inside screen, bubble screen. Just not much there that time. A lot of black and pink in that area to shut that down.
So 3rd down and long. 6:44 to play in the third quarter. 22-14. Rams on top. Brant Hill. Rams fans getting ready to make some noise here on 3rd down. 6:30 to play in the third quarter. Hill is back to pass out of the shotgun. They're giving pressure. Pass is going to be tipped. In on that on the pressure was Drew Hester and Mr. Brighton Bowers. So they'll bring up 4th and 14 on the incomplete pass as the clock stops at 27.
They stun it on the defensive line, ran a linebacker through a gap on that side where they stun it at, and Mount Vernon was able to overmatch the line. The line had not enough guys to block the black jerseys coming through, and because of that, Mount Vernon was able to get pressure and deflected a football at the line of scrimmage.
Marion's deep. They're on the Mount Vernon 17, 4th and 14, electing to go for it here. The quarterback, Hill, is under center. 9 on the play clock, 22-14 the score. Hill is back to pass. Pressure coming from the far side. They can't get to him. Going to try to dump it off. Throws for the end zone. Complete. Good foot tuck there on the far side in the corner. And Marion's going to complete a 17-yard touchdown pass to make it 22-20.
Did not see the receiver that time. Okay, we're getting the number. He's getting closer. 35, it looks like.
Hewitt, the tight end.
Yep. 17-yard touchdown pass. Did everything.
Unbelievable. It is 22-20. Back within 2 of the Wildcats, and obviously going to go for the tie. With 6:19 to play in the third quarter, Marion has a chance tied up just when he thought the Rams might get a stop. Marion able to make the big play yet again. What are they, 2 of 2 on 4th down?
Yep. 12 plays, 70 yards. And about 5.5 minutes on that play.
They're going to go with the meat here. Goal line set. It's going to go for 2 as Bartle's able to get in unscathed. And we are tied at 22 here in the third quarter with 6:19 left to play. 22-22, but the Rams will get their first crack here in the second half after the kickoff, barring trickery.
Hill to Hugart. And that's how we're tied up.
Committee First Bank of the Heartland, of course. The official voice of Rams Athletics on WMIX. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Left wide open in the end zone was the tight end. Caught it far corner, had the feet tucked. Hill had plenty of time even under pressure. And was able to make yet another big play. And after 7 early interceptions to the season, Brant Hill, the senior, has bounced back in a big way. Seems like he always comes into the King City. Did it as a sophomore as well. Under fire for turnovers and then rebounds against the Rams. I think it happened last year. Just takes some time to get started. The kick is going to be end over end out of Miller Gray's reach as it bounces out of bounds at about the 7. Flag on the play. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Tied at 22.
That'll give coaches gray hair. Kickers mess around like that. Well, it's one of those now where you're fighting some adversity. Tie game in the third. What can Mount Vernon do? Will we see last week, or what are we going to see?
Rams had a big play on a kickoff return from Jacoby Marshall with about a minute left to go in the first half. Couldn't punch it into the end zone, and we went in to the locker rooms with a 22-14 score. Marion comes out and controls the clock, almost controlling half of the quarter on their first drive, and they tie it at 22. 1st and 10 from the 35. Fumbled on the handoff, and Marion's going to come up with it. It was a handoff on a play to the hyphen to Montez Miller-Gray. It'll be Marion football as they force the turnover on the fumble. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on about the 35-yard line.
Well, that's not what you want. Oh, my goodness. Bad. Now you give Marion field position and the opportunity to take the lead. Althoff leads us in trade to have 37-7.
This conference is wide open.
Makes a difference.
22-22 here. 6:14 to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the Mount Vernon 36. Two-back set out of the shotgun for the quarterback, Brant Hill. It's been a different team since he's been in the game. This one's going to be a handoff to Jared Doris going up the right side. Able to shake one tackle. Still on his feet as he gets to about the 30-yard line. He'll dive for a couple extra. It's going to be about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 as the clock will drop below 6 minutes here in the third quarter, tied at 22.
Well, oh boy. Tightness comes in on this side of the field. Kind of quiet for this big crowd here in the bleachers.
They're going to need something to get amped about here in a second. It's 2nd and 4. High snap. Doris will get the carry, and he's going to get maybe 1 or 2 on the play. He was tripped up. Looks like his knee might have touched inside the 30-yard line. Looks like it might be a no gain or a loss of 1. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Wildcats with 5:25 to go in the third. Here's the problem with Marion. Even if he could stop on 3rd down, you got to worry about their 4th down game, which has been 2 for 2. Big plays on both 4th downs. We'll see what happens. 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. The ball in the Mount Vernon 28. It'll be spotted on the far hash. They're going to tighten things up here. A little bit of goal line action out of the offset eye. Power eye offset. As this will be Bartle. Does he break through? Slip the first tackle. Looks like an arm tackle that he just broke past. But does he get the yardage on 3rd down? If not, it's 4th and short. And with that type of
yards.
With that type of momentum, they're able to run that again. They're going to get it. 4:40 to play in the third quarter. We are tied at 22. If you're just joining us, Marion has controlled the clock and gotten a turnover here in the third quarter. It is going to be 4th and very, very short. As we're finally at the 1,000 Twitter follower mark.
Yep.
Amazing.
1,000.
See what it's all about. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. As they're going to bring in the change to the 4:22 mark of the third quarter, tied at 22. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics. They'll carry you all the way through basketball season and into baseball and softball as well.
25-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th and inches for the Wildcats.
So it'll be 4th and a couple of hairs for the Wildcats, who are perfect on fourth down conversions tonight. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Got to keep the faith here. 22-22 is your score. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow with us. Quentin Lloyd back at the Malvern studio. So 4th and short for Marion. They're going to bring everybody up. Nope. Definitely going to try to pound it here. Let's see if they go with Mitchell Bartle. Quarterback Hill under center. He's going to keep it himself. Almost lost the handoff. He was short initially, but they were able to dive forward for a couple of yards.
The mark will be key.
I would say they probably have it.
First down. See them going across the other way. The chains are moving. And the drive continues on.
3 for 3 on fourth down conversions are the Wildcats. 4:12 to go in the third. We're tied at 22. Marion looking to get on top for the first time tonight after the Rams took a 22-14 lead into the locker room. Had a chance to score before going into the half. And this one is going to be a snap to the quarterback out of the shotgun. Handoff to Bartle quickly. Going to be brought down with a vengeance. At the line of scrimmage, Jacob Williamson, Andrew Heiner and company in on the tackle. And the clock will continue to roll. 3:40 to play in the third. 22 all here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Rams, Centralia, Cahokia sit atop the conference with 1-0 marks. All of those would be interesting if we're all locked up at 1-1 after the night's over with. Back to pass on 2nd and 9, and it is going to be incomplete off the top of the hands of the tight end of Hugo.
No, the receivers from Marion right now are doing a really good job of standing at the line before the snap, reading what the defense is, and settling in under the zone that Mount Vernon's running. And they're finding some gaps. That time there, everything was done perfectly but catch the football.
3rd and 9 for Marion. We've had a lot of Marion third downs tonight, but they've been able to capitalize on fourth down when it's gotten there. So for any failures they've had on third down, well, just give them one more, and it's been taken care of. Let's see if the Rams can come up with some sort of stop here. Out of the shotgun for Hill. He's going to be flushed out. Nice off-balance pass with the back foot to Bartle. Slips a tackle. He's going to dive for maybe a gain of about 4 or 5. It'll still be fourth down for the Wildcats, but you have to think if Marion goes for it here, which every other fourth down suggested they will, Rams got to get a stop.
Gain of 4 will bring up a 4th and 5 for the Wildcats.
4th and 5. The clock will drop below the 3-minute mark here. We're in the third quarter, tied at 22. Marion has controlled the second half thus far. The Rams on the first play from scrimmage in the half fumbled the football. Gave it right back to Marion, who took 6 minutes off the clock on their drive before. Out of the shotgun, the quarterback, Hill. Ramsey to stop. They're going to send pressure. And then Hill's going to be dropped, flushed out. Does he have room to complete the pass? It'll be batted away, and that is huge by Doug Gardner. The free safety out of nowhere to bat the pass away, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Huge.
Nice play. Great defense. Nice play. And Mount Vernon survives, at least this time.
And now you get a bit of a breath of relief, but still no
gotta do
room to exhale.
Well, you got to do something with the football now. You have to do something with the football. Well, that PA guy's crazy down there.
Different PA guy tonight.
He gets everybody in. He's going to start naming off people in the stands shortly.
Yes, he will.
I will say this, though. He gives credit to the offensive line, which never hardly happens.
Often the unsung heroes. This is going to be a handoff to Fitz. He's coming around off a sweep. Going to try to break to the outside. Stays in bounds. Gets to the 30. It'll be a gain of about, we're going to say he stepped out of bounds. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Oops. Shouldn't tackle so hard or late. So Fitz is going to get, 8 yards?
We're going to give him 8.
So 8 yards on the run. And it's going to be a penalty as well.
Talk it over one more time, possibly. Or no?
That'd be interesting if he was our 1,000th. Marion with their third personal foul penalty of the ball game. They have 3 penalties for 26 yards, and Mount Vernon gets their first down here of the half.
Rams are 3-1 on the year, looking for 4-1. Tied at 22 here with 2:27 to go in the third quarter against the Marion Wildcats. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. That was something out of nothing by Braden Fitzgerald a moment ago as well. And then the penalty to help. Split to the right, it's going to be Marshall. On the left, Gardner. Starting backs all in this set. It's going to be Graham Hinkin going up the middle. He's going to get 2, maybe 3 as he's able to dive forward for a last-ditch effort.
Got to mention that For our St. Louis Cardinal fans that might be listening with tickets tomorrow, that game is now a 3:15 start. They have moved that game up due to the possibility of inclement weather. So if you're going to the Cardinals-Cubs game tomorrow in St. Louis, it is a 3:15 start now.
I'm glad you told me that.
And, in fact, the Cardinals
just came in on the email.
Are giving a voucher for a 2014 game to those people who have tickets tomorrow to make up for it.
Good move. This one's going to be dropped on the ground, picked up by Reeves, gets past midfield, dives to about the 48. Could be close to first down yardage. It's going to be a gain of about 6 or 7. My depth perception is something awful, but from where I sit, it could be.
I'm telling you right now, when things are going well, things are going well. Reeves pulls out, fumbles the football. Ball bounces just like a basketball, straight up into his hands. He turns the corner, gets 8 yards, almost a first down. Got to be a first down. I can read that from here. Unless I got a kink in a chain or something short, I don't know how that couldn't be a first down. I've already marked it. Let me know what happens. Carterville leads AJ 43-13 in the third. It is Heron 31, Murfreesboro nothing in the fourth. The Tigers are starting to build some momentum with some wins here recently. Hyphen Bowl is led by the Bearcats 14-7 in the third. And Carmi leads Fairfield, an outstanding ball game 20-12 just east of us. See, I told you.
There you go.
Why mess with it? I can see it from here, and I'm 6,000 yards away.
That was a first down by Tony Wilt, State Farm Jeep. Look for it around town. He brought you that scoreboard update. I believe it might be here tonight, or it was here a moment ago. You can also look for Tony Wilt online at TonyWilt.com. Get to a better state with your State Farm agent at Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. 1:46 to play in the third quarter. We're tied at 22. Rams with the football into Marion territory. Ball in the near hash at the 48-yard line. It is a first down. Split to the right, split to the left. It's going to be Miller Gray, the right wing back. Fullback, Graham Hempkin. Could be.
Oh, they're talking over the Marion sideline. I got to make sure the chain is 10 yards. So they're talking to the coaches. You have the white hat and the side judge over there talking to the coaches about something. And I'm sure, I would say the way they went over, they need to stay out of the way of the chains. And I can see Coach Martin telling right now, everybody back.
They need a get-back guy.
Where's that sideline get-back guy? NFL always has. That's the job I want when I retire.
I want to retire and be the guy that cuts the sleeves for Belichick.
Well, on the field, there's a white line you got to stay behind. Rams with a keeper. That went nowhere.
When sniffed out by the Wildcats, Reeves dials number 9, his own. It'll drop us to 1:30 to go in the third quarter. 22-22, all tied up, the Rams and the Marion Wildcats. Rams back at home for homecoming next Friday night against the Carbondale Terriers. It'll be the Rams and the Dogs here on WMIX. 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff. Video online at WMIXsports.com. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the 48-yard line with 1:10 to play here in the third quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We're here courtesy of Community First Bank, and it's going to be a handoff, power back style. Drew Haster makes a run for it, gets to the 40, near hash, maintains the footing at the 35. It'll be a gain of 12. It'll be another Mount and first down. The clock will stop with 1 minute to go as they move the chains.
A bevy of backs that Jared Shaner has at his disposal, and we find new ones every week. And every time you find a new one, the next opposition goes, Jiminy Christmas, we got to try to stop another guy.
Well, and you feature somebody differently every week. Hester, the fullback, back in, and it's going to be off tackle for Hester, and he's going to bulldoze down to inside the 25 to about the 22.
Running downhill. Well, he didn't get touched till 10 yards past the handoff.
It'll be another Mount first down with 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. As the Rams are doing what they need to do here late in this third quarter, tied at 22. That was one good play. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one member FDIC.
Okay.
It'll be another hand. No, I didn't just make that up.
Well.
I'm smooth, but not always that smooth. Is this going to be a carry-off tackle right side? It'll be second down and maybe about 6. It looks like a gain of about 4 on the ground for, I thought, Hester.
I thought you were good. All wrong.
I suggested.
Well, I thought that was too good to be timed out that way. But we're pretty quick on our feet, so it wouldn't shock me.
Clock drops to 7 seconds. 22-22. That's why 1 is a great thing. 1 more quarter left to play, barring overtime. Here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We're tied at 22, the Rams and the Wildcats. This is Mount Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
We welcome you back for the start of the fourth quarter. The Mount Vernon Rams and Marion Wildcats all tied up at 22 from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow is with us. It'll be first and make that 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Ball will be on the Marion 19. Both teams have their full allocation of timeouts. They're going to bring Hester in again. Quarterback Reeves is under center. Hester's not going to get much out of this one. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 6. They saw that coming.
Yeah, no, they were ready for that one.
So Miller Gray, the hyphen's going to check back in, see if he can do some magic.
New quarter. Got to get a new pen.
There we go.
Yep.
11:37 to play in regulation. We are tied at 22. Mount Vernon and Marion. The ball is going to be a short gain placed on the 18-yard line. Inside the near hash. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. 3-back set. Double tight for the Rams. Reeves rolling to the left side to pass. Throws off his body in this one. Ooh, is there going to be a pass interference flag? There is. Doug Gardner was pushed from behind before the ball got there.
8th penalty on Marion once they do this.
It was plain as day, young man. Don't try to deny it.
It was. Well, it'll be enough for a first down.
Robert W. Smith and company tuned in tonight.
They're not working?
Might have a big contest tomorrow.
That's true.
11:19 to play in the fourth quarter. 22-22 the Rams and the Wildcats, and it's going to be a PI penalty here on Marion. First down.
I didn't know that group ever took a day off. They work so hard all the time, 7 days a week. I didn't know they took a day off.
Even the great ones need a breather.
Are they actually great or better than great?
Well, I haven't found the adjective that best describes them yet. And I mean that in a good way. He knows that. Let's see.
Rams got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal for the Rams from the 9-yard line. The quarterback Reeves under center. Man in motion is going to be DeMontez Miller-Gray. There's going to be a flag on the play, possibly a hold, as DeMontez bulldozes his way into the end zone. If it holds, it would be a touchdown. I have a feeling it's coming back.
No, too much. We'd like to thank Avon and Mary Kay for showing up. After the pass interference penalty, they're going to make up one on Mount Vernon. That'll be 5 yards. Yeah, that's the makeup call. Because there was no hold where that was. It was a quick flag.
Comes back to the 14, where it'll be 1st and goal from the 14-yard line. 11:14 to play in the quarter. How about Winning Edge? The great folks at Winning Edge. Next time you need T-shirts, screen printing, embroidery, awards, whatever you need, winningedgeusa.com. Chad Nolhoff and company, serving Jefferson County and all of Southern Illinois. winningedgeusa.com. 11:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 22. The Mount Vernon Rams have the football. 1st and goal from the 14. In motion, it's going to be Hester. He's going to break to the outside. Has plenty of running room. Gets to the far corner. Touchdown. No hanky that time, and it's going to be 28-22. And the fullback strikes again.
Mr. Hester, right?
Drew Hester.
14-yard run.
Unbelievable. Everything you thought it would be. Here's the Mount Vernon Rams. They have O'Fallon Belleville West at 1 tomorrow. I had a feeling it was a Southwestern Conference
big
affair.
game. They're a big game. Yep.
Oh, is that O'Fallon or is that Belleville West at O'Fallon? What did I just say?
Something.
No Chick-fil-A in the concession stand there.
Oh, I heard a rumor about that place.
As they're looking for a quick connect. Gardner comes out of nowhere to make the grab. Brant Hill guarding closely. And Doug Gardner comes up big again. It's 30-22.
Yeah, heard a rumor about that Chick-fil-A. But we'll see. Hester with the run. And Mount Vernon back up.
If you're on WMIXsports.com, see above our video window. It's powered by Red Lake College. They can save you thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu.
10 plays, 3 minutes. The Rams score to make it 30-22.
And now you need another stop. 11:08 to go in the fourth quarter. 30-22. Mount Vernon back on top of Marion. 4-1 sounds a lot sweeter than 3-2. And the way things are going tonight, if the Rams can hang on, would be the only 2-0 team in the conference. How about that? If the Marions fall the way things are stacked right now, everybody will be junked up at 1-1.
Oh.
Unless things have changed.
I don't know why everybody's yelling at me on texting.
All caps.
Just send me the name. I had it right the first time.
End over end as this one's going to be picked up by the Wildcats at about the 12. Trying to break to the outside. That is Thomas Schaefer still on his feet at about the 35. Finally brought down.
Thank goodness.
Shy of the 40.
He had nothing but green if he'd have got by that last ankle tackle.
Green until November here on this beautiful grass at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium.
Oh, the Hyphen Bowl is going all Bearcats 30-13 over the Red Devils.
How about that diamond?
Fairfield Carmi tied at 20. Heron has beaten Murphy 31-0. That becomes a final.
It's very interesting in the pressurized Cole Conference as the Bearcats are dominating the Hyphen Bowl at the moment. 11:03 to go here. Marion trailing 30-22. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 36. Ball on the far hash. Quarterback Hill out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff off the option to go roll to the left side. Oh, big tackle there because he had first down yardage and more. As that, I believe, was Andrew Heiner on the tackle. Keeps it about a 6-yard gain. Gets to about the 42 according to the spot. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Marion with 10:45 to play in the quarter.
Gain of 6 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Oh, iOS 7. Why do you have to be this way? There we go.
Yeah.
Quarterback out of the shotgun. Split left, split right. Hugart. The tight end in the slot. Out of the option this time. Rams almost sniffed it out. This time Hill has running room. Gets a block. He's going to make a big run. He's off to the races. 30-25. Steps out of bounds to the 22. Ran out of gas.
33-yard run.
And so Marion gets the big play again. Steps out of bounds with 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 30-22. Rams are up 8. And that'll be on the 23-yard line as the official spot where it'll be 1st and 10 as the Wildcats threatening to strike again with the ball just 3 yards outside the red zone. Unbelievable.
Carterville has 50. AJ 13.
10:20 to go in this fourth quarter from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Going to be some substitutions as I believe Doris will check in. The other back in the backfield, of course, is Bartle. The quarterback, Hill, out of the shotgun. Tied into the right slot. There is some flinching going on. They want the flag. There's going to be a flag. We'll see if anybody likes what they see. Ball start on the offense. Going to back it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 28.
Oh, Marion has hurt themselves tonight. Chester beats Johnston City 50-0.
So the Cardinals push it up tomorrow to 3:15 on the start time. Programming note. Holy cow, Chester! Wow.
Yep.
Well, that was you.
What?
On the Twitterverse.
Yeah.
You're that quick. 10:19 to play in the fourth quarter. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Ball on the Mount Vernon 28. Ball spotted on the near hash.
Almost hurt by that.
No, I was just trying to. Marion, the Wildcats will take a timeout. Can't get a play off before the play clock strikes. Still not used to having that wonderful. What's the word I'm looking for? Feature advantage, I guess. 10:08 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Marion burns a timeout. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams.
Gotta help him out. Quiet on the Perry County front.
Was 14-3 last time we checked DuQuoin, right?
It's quiet on one front. Not getting much. I got to balance the people down in that game because one side gets down, the other side sends up scores. You know. Boy, it's just buzzing crazy tonight.
Follow us on Twitter Trying to stay above the 1,000 follower plateau, hoping no spam bots in that 1,000 right now, otherwise it'll take a tumble. So give us a follow on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports.
Still 1,000. We'll see how it goes.
A couple minutes shy of the top of the 9 o'clock hour. We'll go ahead and pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
WMIX Sports is WMIX Mount Vernon. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
There you have it. Here we are. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Crunch time here. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Ball on the Mount Vernon 28 on the near hash with 10:21 to play in regulation. The quarterback Hill continues to work out of the shotgun and carry Martin's patented spread offense. Of course, borrowed. As Hill will roll to the left side on the option. He's going to be given chase. He's going to roll back right side now. Hyder's going to give chase, and he'll be out of bounds at about the 25-24. A gain of some, but not much to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and long.
Well, he ran 40 to get 5. So that wasn't bad.
Inefficiencies, you know.
Yeah, you run east and west here, you don't get many yards on this field the way it's shaped.
Word on the street is the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler. Express lane, fast oil changes, and more. No appointment necessary at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy.
Highlands quick and fast, leading Triad 36-8 in the 4th.
Oh, my.
So no points for Mount Vernon there.
Single back shotgun set 4 wide here for the Wildcats. The quarterback Hill out of the shotgun. Ball on the 24-yard line. 10-11 to play. He's looking to pass. That's plenty of time. Batted down. No flag. There's going to be Xavier Tyson on the play to bat it down. It'll be 3rd and 11 with 10:07 to go in the 4th.
Here's the problem. If he leads the receiver, it's a touchdown. He threw it about a half a step behind him. He had to reach back. That allowed Gardner to get back into the play and knock the ball down.
Marion has it 3rd and 11. Been impressive tonight on 4th down conversions. Took care of that a moment ago. 10:07 to play.
I was
I got you.
multitasking.
I appreciate it. Out of the shotgun, Hill. Going to have to slip a couple of tackles. Still has time to throw. A wounded duck toward the end zone. And that is going to be a touchdown.
Wow.
As Mr. Bradford leveled the boom into his covering defense. And that's going to be a 24-yard touchdown completion.
Did you just see what I saw?
Yeah.
Who caught the pass?
That was Bradford, number 9.
Hill to Bradford, 24 yards. Step back, Hill ran forward in front of the line of scrimmage, had the wherewithal to get back behind it. Well, I mean, heads up play, and he has made all the difference in this game tonight. As they go on a 2-minute drive, 62 yards on 5 plays.
Rams have just had trouble stopping this Marion offense. 9:58 to play in the 4th quarter. Marion going to try to tie, going for 2. It looks like Bartle might be stopped short, but we'll wait for the officials to indicate the call. So the 2-point conversion fails for the Wildcats, and the Rams hold on to a 30-28 lead. So now if you're the Rams, you can get a score off here. Of course, Marion does have a field goal kicking unit.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. We'll see what Marion elects to do here on the kickoff with 9:58 to go in the 4th quarter. 30-28, Rams on top at the moment.
You wouldn't expect anything different out of this rivalry over the last decade plus. Close games, more times than not. And there we go. Okay, I forgot about that. I'm glad our man to the left said that. If you are listening to us around the field, flash your lights. We're due for that tonight. How many people are sitting in their car tonight flashing their lights? They may be all in the stands.
There's a lot of folks here tonight.
Yep. They may all be in the stands tonight. Beautiful night.
Nice.
Oh, Althoff 51, Centralia 7.
They are some words I can't say on the air. That's how upset they are. 9:58 over last year. Have held on to that, there's no doubt. 30-28 here. It's going to be a booming kick. Miller Gray's going to run out of real estate to go get it. And that is going to bounce out of bounds just outside the pylon. That'll be a flag.
And Centralia will fall from the ranks of the unbeaten. Hard.
Unbelievable. Word of the year.
Not really.
That is how many surprises there have been, though.
I mean, you kind of expect that because, I mean, Centralia was a soft 4-0. How's that?
There you go.
They were a soft 4-0.
You don't want to say a Carbondale 4-0.
No, well, Carbondale's not much harder, but I would say that Centralia was a very soft 4-0.
You can say that about either team coming out of that game last week. But That just shows the greatness of Ray Calling up there. As the first play from scrimmage is going to be a carry by Graham Hinkin, the fullback. He'll run between the tackles, between the hashes for a gain of 10. It should bring first down yardage from the Rams from the 35 as they took the penalty. And the ball will be moved to about, they're going to give a great spot at about the 46.5.
Grind it down, run it down. Here we go.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Cahokia making a charge.
I saw that. Trying to get that caught up.
Late in the third quarter. Cardinal up now 21-20.
Yeah, betcha.
Reeves, the quarterback under center, ball on the 46 between the hashes. They're going to load up on the backs, and this one's going to be Miller Gray. They stiff him out, stays on his feet somehow. Still going to be a loss, but as he pushed forward for a no gain, and that was impressive by DeMontez Miller Gray. Not in the sense that he broke a big run, just in the sense that he was able to go from a loss to a no gainer and make it second and 10.
He earned all that, let me tell you. Oh, yeah, I did that already. There are things happening left and right.
Clock drops to 9:15 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the make that the Mount Vernon 46-yard line. Wishful thinking, perhaps. Quarterback Reeves is under spinner at center. They'll split off to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Graham Hinkin, who on second down takes it a little over halfway to bring it 3rd and 5 with 8:58 left to go. The Rams are on top 30-28. The 2-point conversion on that 24-yard touchdown pass to Bradford failed. Bradford not of Mount Vernon. We're out of those. Bradford of Marion. 8:44 to play here in the fourth quarter. 30-28 your score. The Rams have it 3rd and 4. Ball in the near hash in Marion territory. Reeves, the quarterback, will be under center. Split off to the right, but not by much, is Jacoby Marshall. Backs in the backfield in motion. It's going to be DeMontez. It's going to be Graham Hinkin on the carry. Stays on the feet to the 40. Well past first down yardage. He gets to the 38-yard line. Gain of 10. Makes it 1st and 10 Rams. Clock will pause briefly to move the chains with 8:26 to go in the fourth. Rams by 2.
If you run the score, run the yardage, and run the time, this could be a big, big, big drive in this game.
Could be huge. We'll see what happens. 8:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball on the Marion 38-yard line inside the near hash. A little bit of max protection here for the Rams. Split to the right. It'll be Jacoby Marshall. It's going to be a handoff to Montez Miller Gray as he's going to get inside the 35. Dives to about the 33. If so, it's a gain of about 4.5, 5. Makes it about 2nd and 5 as we drop below the 8-minute mark here. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high yield interest. Member FDIC. They have a YouTube channel. So do we. Find it on WMIXsports.com. It's the home of our archives. 2nd and 5 for the Rams. The ball on the Marion 33-yard line near hash. Splitting Doug Gardner to the left. He's been tight the past few plays. Split to the right, it's going to be Jacoby, and this is going to be an inside handoff, Graham Hinkin, and if you're pushing him forward, you're not doing him any favors.
Nope. Doing a lot of favors for Mount Vernon's offense. Clock now goes under 7 minutes before this next snap as the time keeps moving along.
7:10 to play here in the fourth. 30-28 your score. It's 3rd and 5. Actually, it should be about 3rd and 2. My apologies. 3rd and 1 maybe for the Rams. We'll drop below the 7-minute mark here. 30-28 your score. The Rams are up 2. Let's see what Reeves dials up here. Coach Shaner and Dylan Reeves, the first-year quarterback, taking over for older brother who spent 2 years at the helm of starting QB. They're going to go Hinkin again, trying to punch it up. Looked like he got there with forward progress, but again, from where I sit, that's not the greatest view.
Not much, if any at all there. Mount Vernon has a big 4th down. It's a pretty well the game right here. If you get a first down here, you run there 3 or 4 minutes off, makes it a little more tougher, and you march toward the end zone. If you give the ball up here, things get a little tighter around the collar.
So it'll be 4th and a long one for the Rams. 6:23 to play in the fourth quarter. Glad to have had you along all night long here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. 4th and 1 for the Rams. They're going to tighten things up with the goal line set. Reeves, the quarterback under center, trying to lure the Wildcats off sides, and I think they're going to have to burn a timeout.
It's all right.
The clock was at 2. 6:08 to play in the fourth quarter. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway. Don't forget about TMS Mobility and Rehab for all of your custom and standard mobility needs. Whoa, what a ball game we've had develop. It's everything we thought it was going to be.
That was all we've developed here. And I mean, this is an amazing football game that's going to come down to this play. Mount Vernon gets a first down, advantage them as they can march on down the field. If Marion stops them, then Mount Vernon's defense has to make a stop. 3 yards separates you maybe from 4-1 and 2-0. Carmi Fairfield tied at 20 in the fourth. CZR up 20-13 in the fourth over SVWW. And Chester has beat Johnson City 50-0. Carbondale and Cahokia are close, 1 point difference. Althoff, as I said, beating Centralia 50-7. They're mad. Nothing there. Harrisburg over Massac in the 4-21-6. Heron beat Murphy 31-zip. Carterville 50. It's AJ 13. That game made 50-20 now at the end of 3. And DuQuoin leads Pinckneyville in the fourth. Still don't have an update from either side down there. Don't know what's going on between the groups. I have getting me scores.
30-28 your score here. Rams up 2. Those updates powered by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. That scoreboard update is there. So is State Farm. As Reeves is going to dial his own number. Gets pushed ahead. And it's going to be an easy first down for the Rams. I appreciate the adjective help from Scott Gamber. 6:05 to go.
21st first down. Big first down for Dylan Reeves. Mater Dei leads Central 28-21 in the Milk Bowl and the Ski Bowl.
6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter here. Rams 30, Marion 28. 1st and 10 for the orange and black. Make that the pink and black on pink out night. Ball's on the 27-yard line and between the hashes. Reeves, the quarterback, will be under center. Jacoby Marshall will be tight right side. Split to the left. It'll be Doug Gardner in motion. Ooh, might have been illegal motion there, but no call. Rams get a break. It's going to be a quick run for 2.
Canadian rules. You can move guys everywhere, run toward the line of scrimmage, yada, 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 yada. There you go.
Far cry from the Grey Cup.
Havana Ducks got shut out tonight.
Oh.
By the Farmington Farmers.
I was hoping you got some of the Fisher Bucks.
I know. No. Carbondale leads Cahokia 21-20 at the end of 3. Cahokia shows me something.
2nd and 8 here for the Rams. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Oh, there's your bunnies. They got beat 54-19.
Not a good season for Fisher. 5-0, not thus far. 5:09 to play in the fourth here. It's going to be a sweep play. DeMontez dives for a couple. Not going to get much out of it. Keep in mind, Marion has 2 timeouts. The Rams also 2.
This drive started on the 35, 5 minutes ago and counting. And this will be the 11th play of this drive that Mount Vernon's pulling off.
4:47 to play in the fourth quarter. 30-28 your score. Rams on top at the moment. Ball is on the Marion 24-yard line. In between the hashes, Drew Hester is going to come in. They're going to stack everybody. Lone man in the backfield. It's going to be a power run on the pitch. Can he break to the outside as he gets to the 20? Still on his feet. Finding a couple of blocks. He gets to about the 10. And that is going to be possibly 14 yards on the carry for Hester. I thought he stayed in bounds. They'll move the chains.
How about that?
Just when he thought maybe his number had been dialed a few too many times, the trickery was figured out. Drew Hester reminds everybody what a power runner should look like.
And they're running Fitzgerald in there right now. Marion, was concerned with him with his year last year as a freshman and started sophomore. He kind of decoyed on a couple plays. Hester and Gray, the hyphen, are definitely doing that and getting rewards off that, reaping the benefits of that deal.
1st and 10 from the 10.5. 4:17 to play in the quarter. Play clock at 7. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Going to try to push it forward himself to keep it on the ground. Smart play there. Nothing wrong with that as he gets to about the 6 or 7. So a short gain, and with 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, the Rams keep the clock moving.
Yeah. Keep adding those. You see Marion's defense right now. A lot of arms hanging down, arms on the hips. A lot of looking around. 13 play coming up on this particular drive will do that to a defense.
They will do it indeed. 3:47 to play in the fourth quarter. 30-28 your score. Rams up a pair. A safety, a 2-point conversion. Anything can change the complexity of this game. The Rams have it on the 6-yard line where it's 2nd and 6. They can get a first down without scoring. And this is going to be a quick pitch to Hester. Bounces around inside as he gets to the goal line. He's just short of it.
5 yards.
But
Give it to him again.
Rolling.
Ride him. This will be the 14th.
Marion can score in a pair of minutes, but they're going to have to score multiple times.
14th play of the drive coming right here.
2nd and 2 for the Rams. Again, can get a first down without crossing the goal line here. First down marker is at the half-yard line. 3:03 to play here in the fourth. 30-28 your score. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Rams. Same backs. They're going to split off Gardner slightly to the right, tight on the right side, or the other opposite side, as this is going to be Reeves dialing his own number. He's going to be short.
Didn't get much. Carbondale on a fumble recovery now leads 28-20. Overtime to the east between Carmi and Fairfield. Our guy on site, John Shadowin, says best game he's seen all year in 5 weeks.
Which one? Carmi Fairfield?
Carmi Fairfield. Our other guy is down at AJ watching a shelling.
So no surprise, Marion takes the timeout here. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community at the Medicine Shop. See Dr. Eric Black and staff. 3rd and 2 here. 2:41 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams have the ball on the 2-yard line. Yes, they can get a first down without scoring. Here's the key to know. The Rams had a similar situation back before the half ended. Couldn't punch it in. Can they punch it in here and really put a thorn in Marion's side, or will it be a turnover on downs?
Timeout on the field, as you said. Something different. This cracked my head.
2:40 to play in the fourth. They have a big game tomorrow.
Yep, in Franklin
County.
High noon.
It's in Frankfort this time.
That game's starting earlier.
Noon.
Usually it's like, oh, no.
That game will be on a couple of Withers properties, Q106.3, WQRLradio.com, and WFRX AM 1300 and 1300thefan.com.
We have a final. Oh, no.
You can listen to that on your mobile phone from either website. 2:41 to go here. It's 4th and about 2 for the Rams. Big play here that cannot be understated as they are going to split, shove everybody off to the near side. Everybody will be tight left. It'll be Gardner split to the right. Your lone back is going to be Hester. Does he make it in? He does on 4th down. The Rams will take a 36-28 lead.
Again. And that
with
seals the deal.
2:37 left. Well, it's an 8-point game at the moment. Got to get in. Got to get the extra point. Got to get something. With 2:37 left, Marion can go quite the distance in 2 minutes. I've seen a team go 80 yards in 20 seconds on this very field.
They have to go twice.
Well, got to get the extra point or the conversion here. It's only an 8-point game, 36-28.
It's okay.
Calm, cool, and collected is DC.
Yes.
Unlike some of us. If they're going to go Hester again, does he get in? He's going to be brought down short. Does not get in. 36-28, 2:37 left to go. Big possession coming up for the Marion Wildcats.
Well,
oh my.
13 plays, 65 yards. Don't leave yet, folks. I don't know why everybody's leaving yet. Don't take off. There's plenty of places that nobody has to be, and they go 7 minutes on that drive. And now you have to stop. 27-6 Harrisburg late.
In the fourth quarter, Carbondale leads Cahokia 28.
2:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Rams will kick off. You have a feeling it's going to be Thomas Schaefer back to return from Marion. Dylan Reeves will kick. The Rams came up short on the 2-point conversion. 36-28 your score. Marion would have to get a touchdown, obviously go for 2, as they had been, except for the first touchdown.
Kickoff for the Rams, Dylan Reeves. Back deep to receive for the Wildcats, number 20, Thomas Schaefer.
Well,
a little bit of brotherly love here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium going on between PA and one of the attendees. As this is going to be a deep kick, end over end. It'll be Schaefer back to get it about the 8-yard line. He was between the hashes, looking to break to the outside. 2:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Manages to stumble on his feet to about the 30, where Marion will take over with 2:29 to go. Down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are the Wildcats. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the One account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest.
Well, here it is.
Marion can only stop the clock once. One timeout. Rams fans on their feet, up 8, 36-28. Oh, my.
Yep.
Quarterback's going to empty out the backfield. It is Brant Hill working out of the shotgun. Split to the left and right, 2 on each side. Looking to roll to the right side to pass. It's going to be a nice dump down pass to Bartle. They only have one timeout. That's going to be completed about the 34. It's a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Marion. Again, they're down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
They have 28, own 28. Go.
Ball is on the 34-yard line. Spotted on the near hash for the Wildcats. Hill still out of the shotgun. Lone back in the backfield. Looking to the right side. Now veers back to the left. They give chase, and that is going to be complete. Looked like that was the tight end, Hugo. And that'll be a first down for Marion. The clock will stop temporarily to move the chains. What? Ruh-roh. So here you go. It starts now.
Starts now. You betcha.
Shy of Ram territory here on the 46. The clock will resume. A minute 53 to go. The Rams on top, 36-28. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 46. The quarterback, Hill, has a single back set out of the shotgun. Giving for some pressure there. That is going to be a shoestring catch by Bartle. He is going to slip a couple of tackles past midfield. Dives to the 45 for a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 with a minute 36 left to go.
Yards after catch. You have to limit it. Cannot let them catch the ball 3 or 4 yards and make 6 or 7 out of it.
And then there's going to be a flag.
That's not good. The Hyphen Bowl goes to the Bearcats this year, 20-13.
1:31 to go in the 4th quarter and a flag on the play. The officials are talking it over. Let's see what happens. Could be anything at this juncture.
Yep.
1:31 to play in the 4th quarter. 36-28 your score. It'll be against the Rams. 1st and 10 it'll be for the Marion Wildcats as this is going to go all the way down. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Must have been a late hit. So that'll go all the way to the Mount Vernon 30. Marion down 8 with a minute 31 to play in the 4th quarter. Clock will start now. Out of the shotgun is the quarterback, Hill. Single back set. Has Lincoln on the right side. They're going to dump it off in the backfield to Bartle as he will break to the 30. Gets tripped up on a great tackle by Jacob Williamson here on Pink Out Night. It'll be at about the 28 for a gain of about 2 with about a minute 12 to go. Will Marion have enough time on the clock? They do have a timeout. They're not going to use it until they have to.
They're knocking on the door. They're not thinking timeout at this point.
Hill back to pass. Has a man downfield. This is going to be a tight spiral going complete all the way down, and there's going to be a flag. Are you kidding me? What is the flag going to be for?
18-yard pass, 1st down, Marion. That's the most important thing. They'll take the play, not the penalty. And the pass interference will be waived.
56.5 ticks to go on the 4th quarter clock. Marion trailing 36-28. Deep pass to Bradford off that left side. Found himself wide open. Burned the defender. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Marion if it's where I think it is.
The penalty was against the Rams. Pass interference. That penalty is declined.
Oh, man. Tony Wilt will bring you some scoreboard updates in our Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Right now it's 36-28. Marion threatening. 1st and goal. Yeah, about the 2-yard lines where the play went out of bounds. Less than a minute to play. We're at 45 seconds. It's going to be a handoff to Bartle. He's going to force his way forward. Looks like he's going to be pushed back by a wall of Rams. Hill signals touchdown. Not so fast, young man. It looks like we'll wait for the officials.
Yeah. 30 seconds. Clock's running. They stop it now. Timeout, Marion. They waste their last timeout.
So Marion without timeouts, 32.8 seconds left to go in regulation. It's 36-28. Marion needs a touchdown plus the 2-point conversion. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. And should this go OT, obviously we will keep it here, but plenty has to happen before that. Marion has to get in the end zone. They have no more timeouts remaining.
Well, this part of the neck of the woods is the best 2 games. You got a good game here and a good game in Fairfield.
Both with trains nearby. And, of course, we tell you this timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Dr. Eric Black and staff. 2339 Broadway, proud to sponsor the Rams once again. They support the local community and wish the Rams the very best this season. I did see them on the back of the Pink Out T-shirt. They donated something for a raffle, I believe. Some sort of recliner. 36.5 seconds remain. Marion's down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 36-28, Rams on top. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line for the Wildcats. What a big pass that was to Bradford. Complete out as he went out of bounds. Tucked the feet in. Goal line set here for the Wildcats, and it's going to be a handoff, and they are in. I did not see who got the handoff, but Hill did hand it off. And the Wildcats make it 36-34. Not so fast. They still have to get 2 with 34.4 seconds.
Marion 34.
We'll see. Let's see. I did not see it. It is a difficult read right now with the Marion jerseys.
I thought it might have been Doris. It was not Bartle. 34.4 seconds left. 36-34. Marion's going to go for 2. Schaefer's the other back in the backfield. Bartle is the deep man. Under center is the quarterback, Hill. He's going to roll, looking to pass. Rams have to get it here, and that is going to be complete in the end zone. We're tied at 36. with 34.4 seconds left. Rams have 2 timeouts. What a game this has turned into.
Yep. 1 point. 1 point.
36-36. OT is by the college rule. 34.4 seconds left, and they're going to kick it deep.
Yep. Kick it deep. Take your chances in overtime.
This will delay your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show a little bit, depending upon what happens here. 34.4 seconds left in regulation. Tied at 36, the Rams and the Marion Wildcats. And the Rams just keep giving up the big play to Marion. It's been tough to defend tonight.
Wow.
Marion on to kick off. It'll be Fitz and the Montez Miller Gray back to return with 34 seconds to go, tied at 36. We're in the fourth quarter from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It'll be DeMontez Miller Gray at the 10, getting to the 15, looking to head up midfield about the 20. Gets between the hashes, gets tripped up by his own man, trying to shake tackles. Ball on it at this point, so he can stop the clock, and the Rams will have it 1st and 10, just past the 25. Comes a point where you got to stop trying.
Well, I mean, give or take, you're going to overtime no matter what. I think you got to keep running. You got to keep going what's going on. And Mount Vernon with 25 seconds.
Marion's
not enough time to do much.
Ready. You're a little early there. 36-36, 25.4 seconds left in regulation. Split to the left, it'll be Gardner. Split to the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. The quarterback Reeves under center. Is there any magic? It's going to be complete to Gardner at about the 32, and he, was almost pulled down by a horse collar, but that was a clean play inside.
Yep, clean play. You can yell and scream all you want, fans. It's not a horse collar.
It'll be a 1st down for the Rams. Did not see if he went down without a bounds or not. 19 seconds left. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 11-yard completion. Math maybe a little off.
Gives you a little time since he got out of bounds. Fended off the tackle.
1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 38-yard line. Still 62 yards to go. Going to be difficult with 19 seconds. Tied at 36 here in the fourth quarter. Late. Reeves is back to pass, looking for another pass. This one's going to be tipped out of bounds, away. That's not the direction you want to go, is up the middle on a slant necessarily.
No, and you don't want any tip passes here and have somebody run one back with no time on the clock. Oh, my.
16.4 seconds left. The Wildcats are 2-2, 0-1. Rams are 3-1 and 1-0. Cahokia threatening to give Carbondale a game. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen? Will the Rams be the only 2-0 team? Well, it's Marion Wildcats force everybody at 1-1. Reeves is back to pass. Looking deep downfield for Jacoby Marshall. He gets pushed, and that's going to be a penalty flag.
Yep.
With 9.9 seconds left, it'll be a 15-yard penalty on the Wildcats on the pass interference.
1st down.
Lest we remember.
Yeah, it's not
NFL rules. It's not at the point of the foul. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Penalty 15.
That's the thing that often confuses fans at this level.
Or tomorrow.
Yes.
But it gives you another shot. You might be able to get one more playoff. Might have to go something quick, maybe a hook and ladder, if Mount Vernon has worked on that in a 2-minute drill.
And it's not a horrible play by Marion. You only give up 15 yards on the penalty.
Who cares?
Push
you
the
stop
guy.
the touchdown.
Exactly.
At high school, you push the penalty, knock you down, get 15. Who cares? We're still playing.
Could have been at the 1. It's still a 15-yard penalty.
At this level, it's okay. The pro level, it's not.
Oh, no. 9.9 seconds left. Split left and right. They're going to put one in the slot on the right side. Reeves is rolling to pass. Looking to throw across. His body could be trouble.
Dangerous.
As this one is going to be picked off by Hill. Somebody's going to stop him. Clock is at 2. Make it 1. And he is going to cut back at midfield. There's going to be a flag. Hill is still on his feet at the 40. Down to the 35. This is not what you wanted. Marion is running in for a touchdown. Will it stand? If it stands, Marion is the victor on a pass across the body from Dylan Reeves. Picked off by his counterpart at quarterback, Brant Hill, and we'll see what the call is going to be. The flag is at the 40. Precisely what you didn't want to happen regardless. You don't want to have to depend on the penalty to keep the game alive. No time left on the clock.
And Marion right now, again, you had to be careful. Marion's going to get called for block in the back. We'll take a little break in between. We're going to overtime as this game time has run out.
You have the feeling that if it were on Mount Vernon, that they would run off the field in a hurry.
Yep. It's not. The game is over. Yeah, or not over, but at least anyway, it'll be heading into overtime.
Oh,
Block
man.
in the back. Mount Vernon dodges a bullet.
Yes, they did, because Hill ran that back. Just what we thought would probably happen.
But the game cannot end on a. Well, let's see. That's how they play this. Should be overtime, but there should be one more play. Marion should probably get a play, I believe. No, overtime. It's overtime, folks. Exactly. Headed to overtime, tied at 36.
36-36, headed to OT.
Well, unbelievable. Well, you wouldn't expect anything less from these two teams.
That will be the end of regulation.
So there you go. We'll head to overtime. Tied at 36, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski with you for free football.
That's right. Our friends coming back from Fairfield, I've already let them know. Turn it on, folks. We're going to OT. Wow.
36-36. You look back for each team. Marion missed a chance on a two-point conversion. The Rams missed a two-pointer that would have made it 38-36, but also couldn't capitalize on a chance to score late in this first half to give them a two-touchdown lead going into the locker room. And that would have been a big ego bruise for the Wildcats as they got the football to start the second half. We'll get you some more scores throughout overtime, and of course how this will work is each team gets a chance to score a touchdown, obviously. Well, that's a horrible explanation, but what it is, if one team scores a touchdown, the second team you have a chance to match, basically. And I'm not explaining it very well under the circumstances.
Yeah, what happens is this. They will have a coin flip. Usually like to take the defensive side of it first because you want to see what you have to do. If, let's say, the first team scores like 7 points, you have to at least score 7 to keep it going. Or you could go you'd go for 8, a double 2 points, whatever. We'll explain as we go. Team A scores first. If they get 6, you have to at least get 6. If they get 3 and Team B scores 6 on a touchdown, game's over to Team B. Or if the first team scores and the second team turns it over on their set of 4 downs from the 10, it's ball game as well.
58-7, the All-Tops Detroit final. Unbelievable.
Yep. Well, that was a shocker. I didn't, not surprised, but just the way it went down.
Unbelievable. Tied at 36.
Yeah.
You thought the Rams would hopefully come up with a stop on the 2-point try from Marion, but they were able to thread that needle in the end zone. What a play by the Wildcats. Just when they've needed a big play, they've been able to come up with it. So there'll be a coin toss as we head into overtime. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow with us brings you the video on WMIXsports.com. Avery Barton here on location as well. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio.
Coin flip, we shall watch.
We will tell you that this is WMIX Mount Vernon at the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone.
And we'll see what happens here as we play along as things get crazy.
Crazy indeed. All the twists and turns this has taken.
Coin flip. They bring the teams out. It is just like the start of a game. And you would expect this from these two teams at all. Now they'll coin flip, and as I said, you really want, if you're want to win it, where you're on defense first. So that way you know what you have to do, because if you stop them and then you come out, all you got to do is get 3 points. But it's interesting how teams play this and how we go. We're going to the OT.
We're going to see how it works out here. The coin toss will be held at midfield. It'll be the Rams and the Wildcats in overtime. The last time the Rams went to overtime was 2008, Week 1 against Belleville East on the road. They lost 7-6 in double overtime. A rare field goal miss, actually, with short yardage, I believe it was.
Mount Zion beat Paris 70-33.
Tells you what you need to know.
Well, yeah, I know, but I thought I'd say it.
Good win for the Braves, who were looking for their first.
Yep. Interesting times.
Curious how Salem was doing at Effingham.
Coin flip over. Jared Shaner was out there. Don't need any coin flip issues. Haven't heard any stories of football games at collegiate level of coin flip issues. Wonder if he's listening. If you are, text. I tried to make fun of you without naming names. We've heard of coin flips being made. Nobody's left. That's good. Anybody in their cars already? Flash your lights since you tried to get out early.
Marion Bus
tried to leave. Might want to hold off.
Yeah.
You'll get to Williamson County in no time. They're going to play on the north end of the field here at Mount Vernon. They'll start at the 10. Cal, what are you doing? You can't put it at the 2-yard line. Come on now.
It's not
a
point after.
Mount Vernon will start on defense. So Mount Vernon won to flip and deferred.
So here we go in overtime. It's presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches, 2 right here in Mount Vernon.
Now this is where it gets interesting. When this rule came into effect, changed the landscape of college and high school football. It is not funny. Names remain anonymous.
Nice. One of the wingbacks will be Jared Doris, number 2. There's going to be a fullback out of the eye for the quarterback. Brant Hill will be under center for the first time tonight, well, at least in terms of play outside of 10 yards. It's going to be a quick handoff to the fullback. He's going to bust up the gut, not get much between the hashes, pushed back by a wall of Rams, maybe a gain of 1, as that is Justin.
Man, they got
Nicholson?
about 4.
Wow. Didn't look like that much from here. But it is. So, overtime untimed at this level. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Stats count, just like game going on.
They are using Justin Nicholson, a linebacker, as a fullback here. Brilliant move. Tailback, of course, is Mr. Bartle, as this is going to be a handoff. And getting into the end zone, it looks like from here is number 2, Jared Doris. 7-yard gain as he went to the left hash and was able to sneak in. That'll make it 44-36. We'll see if Marion goes for 2 or...
I would say Marion should go for 2.
Force the hand of the Rams, force them to get in. Rams had all the momentum late in the first half and then late in the game. What a learning experience this would be regardless.
And now it depends. Mount Vernon will need either 6 or 7.
42-36 is your score.
Timeout Marion.
As some Wildcats call a timeout presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Eric Black and his staff proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams and always support the local community. Unreal. So a timeout burned here by Kerry Martin and staff.
Wow. And Marion up 42-36.
Oh, man. What a successful pink out night for the FBLA. I saw quite a few pink shirts in the crowd. Nice to see the WMIX Sports logo on the back. And WMIXsports.com, as well as the other fine sponsors as well for supporting a great cause. Proceeds from the event go to the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Of course, the foundation that sponsors that anyhow. And here we are. It's 42-36. Marion on top, looking to go for 2. Untimed here in overtime. The Rams will have a chance to go to the north side from 10 as well. They will have to match the Marion effort or exceed the Marion effort. Marion still on the sideline. You would assume going for 2. Kind of silly if not. Of course, one of us has a state championship, one of us doesn't. And they are going to go for 2. Bringing the fullback, Nicholson in. The tailback, of course, will be their leading rusher, Bartle. Hill is under center. It is going to be an inside handoff to the wing back, and guess who's going to get in the end zone? It is going to be Jared Doris, who scored the touchdown. So it's 44-36, and the Rams have to score and get 2 here. Marion did it. Can the Rams match the effort?
Yep, you have to have 8. Have to get a touchdown, get the 2-point conversion. And if not, you lose.
Other games are starting to wrap up. 44-36, Marion on top here in overtime. Rams need to score and get 2 to force a second OT. So the Rams will bring out to Montez Miller-Gray as a wing back. Your fullback will be Graham Hinkin. The other wing back, of course, will be Braden Fitzgerald. The quarterback will be Dylan Reeves. Split to the right side, they're going to go Marshall. I say that, he was already split. Now comes back to talk it over. Doug Gardner also out there. It is your starting line as well for the Rams. Center, of course, is Bradley. Borland, Hopkins, Marler, and Phillips have all been clutch tonight for the Rams. First and goal from the 10. It's untimed here in overtime. Marion on top, 44-36. Under center, the quarterback Reeves. In motion, Fitzgerald. It's going to be up the middle for Hinkin. He's trying to slip through. Can he get in? He gets to past the 5, still on his feet.
Wow.
Push forward. Shy of the goal line, it would appear from here. Maybe at the 2.
Yeah, man. Down to the 2. The flag football keeps counting here. Hinkin with some tough yard. Funny part in high school, tough yardage and blockers come in and block anybody, and they block you into the end zone. Try to get you in the end zone.
So it'll be second and goal for the Rams here in overtime. Untimed. 44-36. Marion scored and got 2. What will the Rams do here? Will it be on the ground? They're going to go Hinkin again.
Nothing.
And nothing there. They snipped it out in a hurry. It'll be third down and goal.
No gain will bring up third down and 2.
Rams have 2 plays to score a touchdown. If not, Marion will get out of here with a win and wind in their sails at 3-2.
They would even up the conference standings. No doubt about that. Split to the left. It'll be Doug Gardner. On the right, Jacoby Marshall. Things a little tighter on the line with the quarterback Reeves under center. Third and goal from the 2-yard line. Reeves is going to roll the right side. He's going to have to dump it off. You're going to have to dump it off. He's at the 20. Now he's all the way back to the 30 between the hashes. Rolling to the opposite side. He's going to try to hang on to it here. Is he going to make something out of nothing? Wow, does he hit the pylon? Is he in? As Reeves goes about 50 yards to get 1.
Wow. How he got away.
Archie Manning line.
And the discipline of the Rams defenders not to block in the back, not to hold. And he got down to the 1-inch line, and he hit the pylon, but he had stepped out of bounds. The official was right on top of it over there at the 1. Oh, my gosh.
Well, give credit to resilience to Dylan Reeves to run away from traffic here on the near side. Went all the way to the far sideline and steps out of bounds at about the half-yard line. It'll be fourth and goal for the Rams. 44-36 your score in overtime. Untimed here at the high school and collegiate level. They have to get in. They get in. They have a chance to tie it with a 2-point conversion. Shaner wants a timeout. He's going to get it. He had been kind of yelping for a timeout. They've hard to hear when the crowd is doing such a wonderful job of creating noise, and it's going to be a timeout Rams presented by the Medicine Shop. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, Eric Black and staff proud to sponsor the Rams. Community First Bank also proud to sponsor the Rams.
Well,
the official voice.
It is on now.
So it'll be fourth and goal. Spotted about the 1, inside the 1. It'll be on the far hash for the Rams. So fourth down here. This is the game. Unbelievable. Rams are 3-1 at the moment. A Marion stop here makes the Rams 3-2, improves the Wildcats to 3-2, and ties them up at 1-1 in the South 7. Altoff now 1-1 in the conference. Centralia now 1-1 in the conference. Cahokia Carbondale still going. Last check, Carbondale was up 1. If Carbondale hangs on and Marion hangs on, we're all 1-1. It'll be fourth and goal. Rams fans are on their feet. Not necessarily what you want here.
Yeah.
You want the support, but you don't want the noise. That'll be the quarterback Reeves under center. It's going to be DeMontez. He's going to break into the end zone from a yard out. That makes it 44-42. So now a 2-point game here in overtime. So the hyphen strikes again. His third touchdown on the night makes it 44-42, and it's still the game on the line. The Rams have to get 2 here, down 44-42 in the first overtime. I say that as if there will be a second. I know many out there listening tonight certainly hope there will be. Here comes the play. It's going to be dropped on the ground, and Miller-Gray can't get in on the carry. He was going right off of the sweep to go left, and that'll be all she wrote as Marion hangs on to win in overtime by a final of 44-42. We'll come back with the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm Tyler Barker with a look at your next ride weather. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 55. Saturday, mostly sunny and windy, a high near 84. Saturday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Increasing clouds, a low around 63. Sunday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers, partly sunny, a high near 76. Sunday night, mostly clear, a low around 53. Next rad weather from WMIX Mount Vernon, Illinois.
It's finally time to celebrate. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. It's a Jeep celebration event, and you will see why with the all-new, redesigned 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Motor City has finally unveiled the new model year, and this year's Grand Cherokee is sure to set extraordinary new standards for performance, luxury, and attention to detail. This Grand Cherokee is sure to please everyone, luxury enthusiasts to outdoor adventurers. The Grand Cherokee also has best-in-class fuel economy that serves as a perfect complement to the richness and refinement throughout its interior. Now that's worth celebrating. It's a Jeep celebration event. See one of our associates today at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or see our selection online at kingcitychrysler.com.
In this fast-paced world, wouldn't it be nice to simplify things? At People's National Bank, we have. At People's National Bank, you can have a free checking account with a Visa check card, online banking with bill pay, direct deposit, mobile banking, and receive your statements online. Call me, Nina Reitnauer, at People's National Bank in Mount Vernon today and get the products and services you deserve.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon, or log on to renlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, schools, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Marion spoils pink out night. 44-42 is your final in overtime. The Rams just couldn't punch in a two-point conversion, but in all of the games we've seen between the Rams and the Wildcats, they never fail to disappoint. And this one is a nice little rivalry, and it has been since Kerry Martin started in Marion and Dan Mings came to Mount Vernon. Now it's continued on to the Kerry Martin, Jared Shaner era. And what a game, but not meant to be for the Rams, who dropped to 3-2.
Well, Marion was down and out. Big plays. Marion made more, and Mount Vernon wasn't able to hold them off at the end. And, boy, it's a tough one to swallow. You hate to lose one here at home, and unfortunately for the Rams, it happens 44-42 in overtime. You got to pick yourself right back up, and you got to try it again next week with a very good Carbondale team coming in next week.
Well, it's a great Carbondale team that is now 4-1 on the year. They are everybody's 1-1 in the South 7 Conference. That's all you can say. Everybody is 1-1. So in terms of the conference standings, it is quite the cluster at the top right now. 44-42 is your final. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set with some scores and stats here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. We'll take that break. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
Friday night lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXSports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXSports.com, powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd, Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776. Jim.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXSports.com, powered by Ren Lake College.
WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Schmitz-Filet postgame show. Rams fall here on a tough one tonight in overtime by a final score of 44-42. And the Rams gave it their all and had their chances. Marion had their chances as well. Both stumbled a time or two. But if you want an instant classic, there it is.
I mean, that's one people are going to talk about for a while, and unfortunately for the Rams, it's going to be a loss. But, boy, what an effort. If you paid to get in this one tonight, you got your money's worth. Happy to be able to bring it to you. I mean, it was an effort. It was a battle. Marion changed quarterbacks and was able to hold on. And, I mean, when they changed quarterbacks, the momentum of the game changed, and that got them back in. I think Marion may have found their moxie tonight and able to get things done.
Oh, and certainly no doubt about that, and a great job by the Wildcats to come away with a win. As bittersweet as it may be for Rams fans, they are now 3-2 and 1-1 in the South. Both teams identical records. Pretty well all you can say there.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. Some teams a lot different overall marks, but all in all, everybody is 1-1. We'll get you some final scores from around the area in just a moment. We still owe you some stats. We owe you a player of the game here on the Schmitz-Filet postgame show. I'll make it Danny's choice.
Well, stats go as follows, and these are very unofficial with everything that was going on. Mount Vernon 23 first downs to Marion 16. Turnovers, Mount Vernon 2, Marion 1. Penalties, Mount Vernon 10 for 70 yards, Marion 9 for 89 yards. Rushing department, Mount Vernon did outrush Marion 293 to 176. Marion had 173 passing yards to Mount Vernon's 34. Total yardage, Mount Vernon 327, Marion 325, as Marion wins in overtime 44-42.
There you have it. That scoreboard update, or those stats, are right there on their Schmitz-Filet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. And, of course, we owe you a scoreboard update. We're going to take one more break, then we'll get to that and a player of the game as well. 44-42 is your final in overtime. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Your future is calling. With the GED test and some help from Ren Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Ren Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
We've got the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado, and the new 5.3 generates 355 horsepower with 23 miles per gallon highway for the best fuel efficiency of any V8 pickup. It is a beautiful truck. We've got some LTZs in with the chrome wheels, chrome door handles, and it's really the best-looking truck on the market right now.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Joe David Cummins from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow here with us. Avery Barton was here with us. Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio. So thank you so much for, of course, joining us tonight as the Mount Vernon Rams do lose in overtime, 44-42. To the Marion Wildcats. And, of course, we'll get you caught up on some scores from around the region here, courtesy of Tony Wilt.
In the South 7 tonight, in fact, we have all scores from the three conferences we cover mainly. Of course, we'll get some more up at WMIXSports.com later on tonight. Of course, here in overtime, Marion wins 44-42. Altoff beats Centralia at home 58-7, and Carbondale holds on to beat Cahokia at home 28-20. In the river-to-river tonight, Ohio Division, Harrisburg beat Massac County 28-8. We'll have Jason Roper on tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Show. Heron beat Murfreesboro 31-0. We'll have Jason Carnes on tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. Carterville over AJ 57-27. Nashville with another win over Sparta 44-26. And DuQuoin gets their first win of the year, 14-3 over their Perry County rivals, the Panthers. And that one in the Black Diamond tonight. The other overtime game in Southern Illinois goes to Fairfield, 28-20. CZR beats SVWW in the Hyphen Bowl, 20-13. Hamilton County beat El Dorado, 46-6, and Chester beat Johnston City, 50-0. Those are the finals we have for tomorrow. And the Saturday Sports Show, I can tell you, is basically booked.
Those scores are presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony in the King City. He's online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. You give him a call as well. The landline is still an acceptable option to reach a local business. There is no doubt about that. However, we owe a player of the game, and in a game as tough as this one, I'm not sure whom you can reward one over another. But all in all, it was a great game. Graham Himkin had a heck of a game on the run. The offensive line helped make it all happen. Dylan Reeves made some great decisions. Almost Archie Manning his way into the end zone earlier.
I'm going to go with Rochester beat Lanphier 49-7, so that'll give Mount Vernon at least another point. A guy who stepped up tonight, and I'm going to give it, is Drew Hester. That's my vote.
There you go.
At least I think, anyway.
I agree with that. He gives it his all every single time out, and is utilized heavily one night against Triad, goes on the road and not utilized all that much, of course, against the Crusaders, but comes out tonight and makes some big plays against the very good Marion Wildcats. That's going to do it for us tonight. The Saturday Sports Show is tomorrow after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940, online at WMIXSports.com. And, of course, we'll be back at it with Lady Rams Volleyball against Carbondale on Tuesday. We assume, as always, an on-air time of 7:20, 7:30. That'll be at Shagnon Gymnasium. They will head to the CHS Arena on Thursday, where they will take on the Central Yankees. No video on that one. That'll be radio only here on AM 940, but audio capable of any device at WMIXSports.com. Rams football, meanwhile, another South 7 Conference showdown on Friday night. They welcome the Carbondale Terriers. 6:30 will be your pregame. 7 o'clock is your kickoff. It'll be a little bit later tonight on the scores on WMIXSports.com. We will get them up statewide as well as your scores of interest. And other than that, not much left to do here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. For Danny Czerwinski, for Jeff Crow, for Quentin Lloyd back at the Mount Vernon studio, and for everyone at WMIX Sports, thank you for supporting Mount Vernon Rams Athletics on WMIX. Please support our sponsors. We are online tonight at WMIXSports.com. Rams Athletics, of course, on the radio, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We appreciate them as well. For all those people and more, I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. 44-42. It's a final in overtime. The Marion Wildcats head back to Williamson County with a 3-2 mark and tied atop the South 7 heap with the other 5 teams at 1-1. So long from the King City.